Muy importante. Hello, everyone. This is Matt, your chaotic narrator, as I bump my microphone with my hand. I hope y'all had a fantastic holiday. I am back from holidays, and we are kicking off the new year with a new session of Tales of SEGLESIA. This is session 12, and from questioning the players, they want to follow up on their next quest being nice place you got here. Which, if you remember, there was a selection of quests that I had provided the players, and these quests had different range of priorities, different range of obstacles that were possible. At this moment in time, we pick up pretty much right from where we left off episode 11, whereas in episode 11, our ambitious adventurers, or intrepid adventurers, managed to plow their way through a thieves guild and do a little bit of sword-tipped diplomacy. More on that in a bit, but at this moment in time, we are going to switch over to our players and say hello. So, hello, everyone.
Hello there.
Yo, welcome back to the stream, everybody.
Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to see you in the new year, 2022. I almost said 2021 because my brain needs to update. However, actually, excess words that don't need to be used. Our players tonight are going to be Gabe Grimoire playing as King, Phoenix V playing as Orgoth, Squigs playing as Winveer, Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid, and Larpstrong Carter playing as Roby.
I am here.
Excellent. And so before we begin our next session, of course, as is tradition in my games, I usually ask some sort of question that is just a prompt to kind of get the get the tongue rolling a little bit, get everybody into the centered into the conversation and into the game. And it's a very simple one. It is 2022, my friends. Name one big thing that you want to do this year. Name one thing that you feel like is something that you want to accomplish or something that you want to try out. Not the same as a resolution, just something that you right now, just in your heart of hearts or in your gut, feel like you want to try this year, something you want to embark upon. And I am going to begin with Phoenix V. So my question once again is, it is 2022. What do you want to do?
I have no clue, actually. Never thought about it. Hopefully just get done with school, and that's about it, really.
Gotcha. School is definitely a thing that is a lot to get done with But of course, I hope everything goes good during this this semester or this section of your school career. I don't mean to sound dry, but you know, getting done with school is an experience that all of us know the feeling of. So I'm going to switch over to Gabe Grimoire. Anything in particular that you want to do this year? Once again, it doesn't have to be a resolution, doesn't have to be like a change to yourself, just something you want to try out, something you want to embark upon.
Yeah. I think I just want to be able to keep DMing D&D at least as I finish school, which I hopefully finish. You know.
Excellent. What and remind the stream, remind chat which what you are involved in terms of a DM.
Sure. Currently I'm DMing for one campaign, which is soon coming to an end. At least part one of it. I stream all my games on Twitch. Right now, because of school and whatnot, I'm pretty busy, so I've only streamed one campaign. Normally, though, I would want to be able to play or DM more games.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, I'm just DMing one, and it's in my homebrew setting.
Okay. So, and is that, and remind me again, is that streamed or is that offline?
It is streamed, yeah.
It is streamed. Gotcha. And remind me again, the you could actually throw it to me in Discord, the link to your stream, so I can throw it in chat.
Oh, sure.
And everybody who is watching, just remember to, of course, support your fellow DMs, support your fellow streamers, your fellow creators. And I will be posting Gabe Grimoire's stream link in chat. Please click on it, take a look at it, hit that follow button, support your community. I will switch it over to LARP Strong Carter. Anything in particular this year that you have your eyes set on? Once again, not a resolution, just something that at this point in time, that's something I could try. That's something I could do.
Yep. I actually mentioned it in the chat there. I don't say resolution. It's goals. Something new to me is a goal. So, ironically, and I could shoot you the link to this if you want to share it out, but Monte Cook Games does this thing called New. Oh gosh, I've been posting everywhere. New Game Master month. I don't know if they do it. I think it's once a year at least they do it, and they get a bunch of different groups together, different systems, and kind of almost schoolify how to become a GM. So anyone out there who's like interested in becoming a GM and afraid to kind of figure out how, like this helps you do it. It doesn't do 5th edition D&D, so it kind of sucks on that aspect.
Okay.
In my opinion, it's a great way to learn. But it does do like Numenera, Delta Green, RuneScape, or Rune Quest, not RuneScape, Rune Quest.
Yep.
Yeah, so it has a bunch of good things out there. So that long-winded thing is to say that that's what I'm doing. I'm running through that, and the goal being to run a Numenera game to get out of the system, try a different system. I love D&D 5th edition. I just want to try something different.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a few shots at Numenera, and yeah, it's an interesting system and an interesting setting. You should definitely drop me that link so that I can take a look at it myself, and I could even drop it in chat so that the other people who may be interested can check it out as well.
Yep. Don't be afraid to be a game master. It may sound hard. It may seem difficult. It's really easy. All it takes is confidence. That's it.
Absolutely. 100. And so who do we have west? We have Squigs and we have Sensei. Let's do Sensei. Hey, Sensei, how you doing?
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going.
Not too bad. 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 Not t I think, yeah. So answer to the question. I mean, I would say I wasn't really going to try too much of anything new. Mainly just trying to improve on existing things and perfecting them. But one thing that I just had a sort of random thought a couple days or weeks ago was maybe trying to start something like, it's weird, but DM coaching. And I want to basically teach people like basically how to even get started with DMing one-on-one to help them get started to craft, well, I mean, pretty much experiences people thought weren't really possible, to kind of help introduce them to the ins and outs of like DMing, like personally and like one-on-one, and for them to be able to, like, you know, ask all the questions and then get the little hands-on process or whatever of like, oh, this is how you use Roll20, this is how you use Foundry and all this stuff, this is how this sort of thing works, and you know, that sort of thing. But basically, again, just to help people learn how to DM, so then they can inadvertently, like, eventually help introduce other people into one of the greatest role-playing games of all time.
Absolutely. That sounds like that sounds good. Are you going to do that with videos in particular, or is that are you going to come up with? Have you come up with a separate business model altogether?
Not necessarily like videos or anything like that, but straight up like because I do the videos and all that stuff, but like actually being able to help people out directly. So it's not like, oh, here's Sensei talking to like a bunch of people, Sensei talking to you. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. That yeah, that sounds like it would be solid for sure. I'd be interested in seeing what becomes of that.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, Squigs. What 2022 you do?
I'm not entirely sure, Boo, but got him on that one.
I'll allow it. Continue.
But truth be told, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just seeing where it's going to lead me.
Gotcha. Straight and simple. We never know what the future is going to bring for us. Could be amazing, could be terrifying, could be all of the above. Me in particular, I'm really digging the path that I'm on right now, and I want to do more in this Twitch and tabletop space, and there's a bunch of different ideas that I have for that I want to be able to enact, and some of those things are production value things. As a lot of you know, I am experimental in that facet, and actually one of the things I'm hoping to do that I guess I'm kind of poking at a little bit is seeing is looking at spaces for videography. That is to say, looking at like art spaces and recording spaces for other stuff. Details later, but for now, that is my answer. So it seems like we've gotten the story from everybody tonight on at least one thing that they look forward to during 2022. But of course, we're not here for that. We're here for Dungeons and Dragons games. So my question for you, everybody present, are you ready for the next episode of Tales of SEGLESIA?
Oh yeah.
Not everybody at once. Somebody like shout it out at the top of your lungs. Yeah, there we go. That's what we need.
I had to get a breath.
These COVID times, everybody needs a breath here and there. In all fashions. But anyways, I digress. Let us continue forward into the next tale of SEGLESIA, picking up from where we left off last time. You had decided to entangle yourselves in a frog's life, as was the name of the session. And this session included you, my intrepid adventurers, my righteous sacrifice, if that is yet the name that you're going with, or if there's no name, we'll have to settle on that too. But you decided to venture with Glenn the Frog, who was a squire, self-proclaimed knight who was turned into a grung. And this individual was trying to get information very specifically from the leader of the Thieves Guild on the identity or whereabouts of the person that's responsible for returning them. In the process, you managed to encounter quite a few dangers, but of course, you also encountered a rather intriguing individual named Roby, who was a warforged automaton that doesn't remember a whole lot of their past. And as it turns out, because they are on a journey to cobble together pieces of their past, you as a party have sort of taken up the charge of basically incorporating them into the party itself in the hopes of a mutual benefit. Perhaps Roby will find more about their history. Perhaps your goals will be furthered by the addition of this previously unknown individual. You were able to take the direct route to the main office of the leader of this particular rat catcher thieves guild. And in doing so, we're able to leverage the situation with fantastic, with either expertise or ridiculous amounts of luck, the ability to parlay, and participate in some sort of tipped diplomacy. As it seems now that the leader, at least in the leader's words, they are seems like they got new people that they work for. But of course, that's not exactly where we left off, because precisely where we left off, as you were engaging in this conversation, somebody nearby was banging on a door, trying desperately to get through. And in this precise moment that we begin this session, that individual does manage to actually break through the door and bear their weapon. And bring their eyes upon the enemies, and almost completely ignoring the both of you is going to charge forward. Of which, I want all y'all in the room to do what you can to make sure that all of a sudden this doesn't pop off as Glenn yells at the top of his lungs, bearing his sword forward. Basically anybody, everybody who's in the room. That's going to be Orgoth. That's going to be Rashid. Although I guess Roby too, because you were just right behind him in the other room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, so I was watching him, like, kind of like going closer and closer, like what is this guy doing? So as he would have barged in, I wouldn't have rushed, but I definitely would have at least came.
Okay, so
Over
yeah,
to
I would
the
say you
door.
would have been right there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know, F it. Let's just do initiative on this. That'd be great.
Sweet.
Sounds fun. All right. All
The
y'all.
ultimate battle. The battle to convince a stubborn frog not to hurt people.
Seems the League of Rashid is back in action, baby.
Wow. Off to a great start.
Oh
Glad
god.
to see the dice rolls haven't changed.
But
Exactly.
I have to give one final opportunity, because in a fraction of a second, you notice a familiar individual. Chris, I'm gonna, play this out as always. Boom. And it happens as if you're like, if in real life you were fast forwarding a VHS tape. The keeper pops in, snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, Zug falls out of existence. And in replacement of Zug, King appears.
Oh.
And then he disappears. Now, King, maybe you might get a better roll than Glenn here. So I'm gonna throw you into initiative, and let's hope you get a better roll than him.
Where am I?
Oh God.
What just happened?
I imagine all of this is happening at the exact same time.
Yeah, it's all happening at the same time. It just depends upon what happens first. Ish. All right. Well, Glenn, being the idiot that he is, and not understanding the situation, is going to charge forward and immediately begin attacking the Cursed Evoker. Let's see if he actually hits the Cursed Evoker with his longsword.
No.
Hey, I thought there was like 5 chances for people to go first. Oh well, he misses anyways. So
Okay.
I was only 1 point off. Dang it.
oh come on. Oh well, I'm gonna make her go last anyways. I'm gonna say screw it. But Glenn's coming in swinging, misses the Cursed Evoker, and the Cursed Evoker stands fast and brings up their hand as if they're about to fire a bolt at Glenn in defense. King, you're up next.
Oh,
How do I open this door?
Oh shit. Let me
in.
door mechanics. Do I need to reprogram the door? There we go. Should be able to open. There we go.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
I'm just gonna take a step forward, realizing after the frogman just swung his blade that shit's going on. I don't know what the. So I'm just gonna move over there, ready my sword. I'm just gonna ready an attack for whoever swings at anyone. Pretty much, like if anybody swings at, I guess in this case like Orgoth or.
Okay. If any.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'll just swing.
Gotcha.
I don't know what's going on. Who's an enemy?
In which case, Roby, it is now your turn, my friends. In this instance, what is it that you plan on doing?
All right. So just to clarify, we came here with Frog Dude.
Yes.
And Frog Dude, where's his token at?
He should be right in front of yours.
I see like a swirling thing.
Oh,
but
weird.
Anyways, that's fine. That's okay. I'll refresh in a minute. We came here to help him. Then we come in here, and am I correct in saying it sounded like the entire party was saying that they were going to be teaming up with the people?
The entire party has basically gotten the leader of this thieves guild to be compliant and enough to be actually owing its allegiance to the party by way of very specific wording and very specific pressures, which was pretty much established, and it was not established whether A, you were still going to help Glenn, B, you were going to put yourself in between the two to parlay this conflict, or C, you were going to betray Glenn. I think it was sort of up in the air, but things are happening right now.
We were
Go for it.
Okay. So I would like to. He's going to attack the evoker, which. Right. That's what you said.
Yep. Tried to attack but missed.
Right. If the evoker. How did you say this thing looks?
The evoker is they're a female with a robe whose skin looks a bluish pale, and on their left hand they have kind of a strange symbol. That is how the cursed evoker looks.
Gotcha. All right. So let's just do a simple. I'd like to try to grapple Frog Dude. Kind of trying to get him to kind of putting my arms around him, trying to stop him from fighting. As I'm just like, I do not think violence is necessary at this moment. It seems like we have made a parlay. And I'd like to, I guess, what is that? Is that a athletics versus whatever he wants to do?
I do believe. Yeah, I know it's like grapples don't happen a whole lot in D&D because D&D sort of underplays what grapples could be. At least the 5th edition does. But if I am correct, I'll look it up just to be super duper clear. I do believe extremely simple. How do I grapple? Melee attack, you can choose to try and grapple someone instead. So you need to make a melee attack.
Oh, it's a melee attack. Oh, because I thought it was considered a special attack where I decide if I want to do. Well, I have to do athletics. I don't decide, but he gets to decide athletics or acrobatics to not make it.
Right. So the idea is A, you need to succeed an attack roll, and then B, you make a strength athletics check.
Oh, so it's 2 parts. So
yeah.
You're saying I have to make an unarmed attack roll, and then if I hit, then I make a strength to see if I hold him?
You need at least one free hand. I don't think it needs to be an unarmed attack roll. I think you can. I believe you can use your weapons. Proficiency.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I will do that then. Actions. Okay.
Because if you really think about it, if I had a cudgel, I could grapple somebody by like putting it over their torso and then grab the other side of the cudgel and just kind of pull it tight.
Yep. So I am using it. I'm gonna roll it as a mace. It's rolling as a mace, but it's that one hand that I ripped off. It's my old hand.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm not whacking it with it. Like we'll say it's non-lethal, where I'm just trying to kind of get around him to pull him back. So if I succeed it, the goal is to pull him back.
Gotcha. All right. So do your attack and then do your athletics.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see what I did. Okay. Normal. My bad.
That's all good.
All right. So 17 to hit.
That'll hit. Now feel free to do your athletics.
All right. And then normal. And I don't know. That'll be an 11.
That'll be an 11. Between their strength and their dex, their strength is, or their athletics is more. They're going to do a normal athletics roll. No dice on that. They are, while they are of small stature and a frog, they are quite robust, and their skin's just a tad bit slimy.
All right.
But that will be your attempt, and then we're going to move to Orgoth.
All right, Orgoth will pretty much go, Frog boy, down! Bad frog! And he'll, his hand will start to sparkle and he'll touch him to cast Shocking Grasp on him.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead and roll your attack. Oh, that's not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit his armor class. I should mention that this is a while he's a small frog, he's wearing chainmail and a shield. So.
Oh, would that be advantage then?
Yeah. Would it be for Shocking Grasp?
Yeah, it is advantage. So I guess I need another roll. Let's hope this one works. No, 10 again.
Let's see. Wearing armor made of metal, which they are. Yep. And you got a 10.
Yeah, I got a 10 again. That's it for me.
You're all waving around trying to get his attention.
Seeing Orgoth try and zap the frog, can I go, Orgoth, is he an enemy?
Sort of. Difficult to say. We're trying to make him stop.
Okay. Seeing as that's a
I will
at least for King.
I will let you take an action because somebody has informed you of what's going on now.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
but
so
I'm just like,
do it on my turn.
whoever looks like he's opposing, I'm just gonna attack. So I'm gonna use my reaction, my ready action, and just swing my greatsword at this frog.
Are you gonna do it with the sharp end, or are you gonna? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I'm going from.
God. All right.
Also, I'm guessing there's no sunlight in this underground.
There is none.
Structure, so I'm gonna have advantage because pack tactics.
So that's that'll hit. So you can choose to attack straight up or do a grapple.
I'm going straight for the swing.
All right.
Oh.
Hopefully this does not.
Yeah, that's not gonna kill him. He's more robust than that. But yes,
that.
You managed
Enemy. I
to.
think.
What is this? What does this swing look like? He's not going down, but tell me what it looks like.
I'd imagine King's just holding his great sword up, just looking around, waiting for an opportunity, or like just any information. And seeing Orgoth zap, he's just gonna go, all right, and he's just gonna swing down and kind of just try and kind of cleave the frog. Just being like, okay, I guess he's a traitor or something. I don't know I don't know what happened while I was gone, but.
As you do so, without expectation of this happening, the frog screams out in a human voice and goes, "Ah! You dare lay your sword upon me!" And he turns, and now he's staring at you in particular. So at the very least, he's not about to attack your new allies and screw things up, but now he's very angry at King. So partial save, but let's continue. Hey, Rashid, it is your turn.
Well, this got fucked up. I'm gonna do a hidden technique. It's actually a way how we solved this encounter before. It's talking. You know, I don't know. But Rashid's just gonna say, whether it will be good or not, Rashid will just say, Glidden, Orgoth, the fighting is done. Lay down your weapons. And he'll look over towards these two individuals and whatnot. I don't know how I can convince him now that King fucking swung. But he'll just say, we are not enemies, even these two. These two, I'm more so looking towards Glenn when I say this. Mm-hmm. These two, they're getting their justice like you asked for, just not in death. No more blood shall be spilled here. It's no point. Besides, just lay down your arms, and we can all calm down, and we can talk about this. Simple as that. Stop trying to convince people with blades. Which is obviously, hypocritical of what he just did, but don't worry about that.
It may be convincing. I don't know. Depends on your role. I'd say you're trying to persuade some people.
I would be. Let's see how this go. League of Rashid. I'm looking for a 5, baby. Persuasion. Oh hell yeah, that's a 9.
Well, I do believe. I'll make him roll against it. He might be just too dumb. Oh my god, that's also nice. Okay, so
wait, I mean, hey, that's a victory in my department. It made him think a little bit longer than just hitting them.
he's not pacified, but he's gonna pause and he's just gonna take his sword and he's gonna start bearing around the room. He's not going to. It doesn't look like he's about to attack King, but he is pumped up and he is being himself in this moment. He is not quite putting his arms down, however. It's kind of weird standoff situation.
I'm assuming that's probably all I can say within like 6 seconds, so yeah.
Alright. I go to him and be like, look, they said they'll turn them in. You can take them yourself. Just no more bloodshed. And I'm sorry for what my associate did. I can patch it up for you.
All right, your turn to make a persuasion check then.
All right, come on. Actually, don't. I did well today, so come on, don't screw me over that much. Oh my god. Wow.
God damn. All right, this is gonna be enough. All right, it happened twice. It's gonna be enough.
God.
Oh my god. He's gonna like lower his weapon, and the Cursed Evoker definitely looks like whatever spell they were charging is sort of dissipating. Like they didn't get hit yet, so they weren't about to strike back, but the tense moment is beginning to ease off a little bit as the combat ends. And of course, it's interesting to mention that one of my plugins automatically stops the music if I stop battle. So let me just bring the music back up. So in this particular moment, Frog is breathing heavily, and he's looking at his back, and he's like, "Oh, that's smarts. That's smarts. I guess I got a little carried away there. I'm sorry. But you two, you have some answers, and I need those answers." Both Sandora and the Curse Evoker sort of look at each other, all puzzled like, and Sandora basically says, "You could have just asked. Didn't need to break down my door." And Glenn looks all confused. It's did something happen since I was gone?
Winvir, take it away.
Winvir, take it away.
Okay, I think Winvir had like a stroke or something. Up there it is.
Alright. Sorry about that. Yeah. Could you sorry about that. Can you repeat the question for out of character?
It was specifically Frog standing there and being like, I'm confused. Did something change? All of a sudden, as the room seems to be all on.
Sorry,
all chill.
It was that when you were talking about that, it was my brother trying to talk to me. Okay. So, he was like, well, yes, we're able to talk things out. And they are going, of course, with your assistance, turn themselves into the local constabularies. Meaning is that they will go into jail. They will, of course, pay for the crimes that they have committed, which in turn is the justice that you seek. Is it not?
Question for you: is that truthful? Because I don't know if you were like forcing them to turn themselves in actuality. Was that something you were looking to do?
I was kind of confused on.
Oh no, that was entirely truthful because I also know for a fact they're gonna be, or at least I know, they should be able to at least break out of there easily enough. We're not gonna go to like the very high end one. Simple crime is all.
Okay.
And even so, afterwards they can do what they need to do.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that. So Glenn is going to be like, so it seems that justice has in fact been done. So before all of this takes place, I must parley with the leader of this nefarious thieves guild. And Sandora steps forward and says, well, that would be me. What's on your mind, Froggy? It's like, do not call me Froggy. I am Glenn. I am looking very specifically for the identity, for the whereabouts of someone that has come through here recently. A mage. Someone who has the power of turning such an individual into, let's say, a frog. Do you happen to know anybody that has... do you happen to know anybody that has come through here? Because the last I was able to check tavern rumors, this individual had done a deal with the leader of this thieves guild. And Sandora nods and says, well, someone did come through here and try to basically tried to do the same thing that these individuals did, but I had more guess I had more people surrounding me at that point. Let's we can talk about it. I'm sure this is more private business. And she looks over to the rest of all of you and says, so, and points over to Three Fingers. He's alive, isn't he? He's not dead?
Yes, he's fine. Don't worry about him. He's just taking a little bit of a nap at the moment. He'll see, checks his pulse, he's good.
Understood. Well, in due time, it may take us a bit of time in order to have the to perform a proper bribery of the local constabulary. They usually go for it, but we should be back up and running in no time flat. There was something. I guess, hold on, I'm trying to remember if something happened last session. Oh, it did not. Never mind. Sandora says, was there any other business that you would wish to speak with me about? I know that, I mean, if you wanted to get a proper tour of the place in order to make sure that the others do not, attack you on sight, that might be preferable. So that at least they know your faces. And Frog is like, what does she mean by that?
It's nothing. Nothing you really need to worry about.
They're going to do an insight check.
If he gets 11 again, I swear.
What did it come up as? It didn't come up as anything. That's weird.
I'm sorry, Squids. I can't really help you here. This is.
Oh, I privately
she's
rolled dice?
Like,
Oh,
this is
hold on,
one
let me see what it
thing.
says. Oh, no, it's not enough. Glenn just kind of like stares suspiciously, and Sandora shrugs and says, we've learned our lesson, and I want to make sure that my compatriots also learn their lesson. And then Glenn, being the fool that he is, nods and says, right. I believe after my conversation with you, we should be done here. So, in which case, my fellow compatriots, I wish to thank you very much for your expertise in this matter. You will come highly recommended if I ever need your assistance next time. And I shall tell all surrounding me about the valiant efforts of this troop. But of course, I guess one thing before the other, I need to have a conversation with Miss Sandora.
Hey, GM.
Yep.
Quick thing.
Yep.
I have a passive insight of 16.
Yep.
So like visually, anyone would notice like Roby seems super invested when people are talking. Like, you know, they're kind of like tilting the head like a dog kind of does type of thing. Like he's really paying attention and digesting everything. Just curious, out of character, does it seem like the she's like, hey, yeah, everything's good, we're done. You know, if y'all want to look around, does she seem to be genuine? Like, she seemed like it's not a trap. It's kind of the vibe I'm going for.
So how I understand passives is that it tips you off if something is off. Doesn't necessarily give you the full story, but you are not you do not get any gut feelings that there's some backstabbiness going on in the present moment.
Yeah, because the gist that I'm thinking is based on his backstory, since he has a lot invested in like the medical and stuff. He knows the human anatomy and he knows those telltale signs of lies. And so if he felt like they would be lying, he would question it. Mostly because he's kind of on edge, right? Like they beat the crap out of him, threw him in a pit.
Yeah.
So okay. So
absolutely.
But if it seems like that's the case, then
you get more of a gut feeling that both of these individuals are sort of just, you know, they're definitely kind of recognizing that they're defeated. Details not really evident off the bat. I mean, you can roll an active insight check if you feel you want to know more from their body language.
Nah, that's literally the gist was, does he need to say, I do not trust these people, or what he's going to do now, which is just go with the flow?
You recognize that they both, they're both defeated, and they are not going to backstab. So that's the information you get from your passive. So things are in the clear. Sandora looks over to the Cursed Evoker and says, could you maybe, and then the Cursed Evoker sighs and says, fine, I'll do it for you. And Sandora walks over and says, now, if you all will excuse me, I need to have a conversation with your frog friend, but if you are curious at all about the rest of the complex, my evoker friend will partake in that with you. Glenn goes ahead and says, right, into this next room.
And I'll kind of get out of his way, and like kind of crisscross with him to get out of his way.
He looks back on each of you and says, you'll receive my payment in due time, but business must be wrapped up first. And
Do we
Sam-
wish to heal the hairy one?
Question even better. Are they going in there with weapons?
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that. I mean, I don't know. Is anybody else on the same page or whatever? I mean,
That's actually probably a better idea.
okay. All right. I'm like, wait, this is a dark old corner. Yeah, let's talk business. And I see a fucking big old blade on her token.
I mean, you know, they could both have blades, but you just don't want them to kill each other, right? Okay, got it. So,
Do you say something out like in character?
Yeah, I'm about to. I'll say, I mean, here, just to make sure that, you know, that we're all on the same page, and I know tensions are high. I think it's probably right and best, and also professional to just leave weapons out here. I'll be out here when you need them, but, you know, there's no need for them, right? If we are working all in tangent and all that stuff. Sort of say it sarcastically.
Glenn says, "That's yes. That we can do that." And Sandora says, I have a cabinet here. So Glenn offers up their longsword, Sandora offers up their sword.
Statistically speaking, the likelihood of her having weapons hidden within her own room is high, but I do not see any signs that either of them seem to be still on the page of attacking one another.
To trust your judgment. I mean, yeah. She lets it go through.
All right, and then Sandora peeks out and says, "Is there anything else before you go off on your merry way?" Of course, once again, my name is Sandora Lightfoot, so we can certainly talk business. However, I looks over to Glenn and it's like, that is to say, we can talk justice. We can talk punishment. We could talk. Listen, we'll talk later. And then closes the door. The Cursed Evoker steps forward and says, okay, I usually don't take this sort of role. Allow me to be your, what's the term?
Tour guide.
Tour, okay. Tour guide.
Thank you.
Over here, this way. They basically have the demeanor of like a grumpy teenager.
Grizzle worker, got it.
Grumpy, sassy teenager. So they're gonna step forward and they're gonna be like, "This here is the room of the head of this thieves guild, yada yada. Okay, you knew where you came in, this way, yada yada."
Well, actually, we just need to know anybody else that's still here, just in case.
Oh, well, let me show you to those locations then. There is a group of individuals that are doing training. I will show you to the training room. And then there is, this might interest you if you are really thirsty. We do have a tavern down here.
Oh, also, real quick, this place, it was trapped to all hell. You probably want to let us know exactly where every last one of those traps are. So, you know, we don't accidentally go springing them or whatever.
All right. If you say so. In the process, she waves around she waves her hand, and the gateway in front of you opens up, kind of collapses to the wall, and proceeds forward. And you have already been down this hallway, for the most part, coming from the more secretive rooms. She goes ahead and says, this, oh, and looks down and then notices, well, you've killed Bessie.
Did nothing.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. I never liked the croc anyways. It always hissed at me, and I was never allowed to kill it myself, so I appreciate you doing that. And she's going to just go forward. If it says a trap has been sprung, then it is because I'm an idiot. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
So I have to deactivate that. Stop it!
Ooh. Oh. Traps do you have on this walkway?
Yeah, for display sake. Yep, it is deactivated. Is it deactivated? Looks like it's deactivated. Toggle active states, inactive. So as the Cursed Evoker steps forward, she stops everyone, and then does a mage hand, and then presses it into, kind of presses it across a tripwire, and a series of flails come swinging down from the ceiling, but of course nobody's standing in the way. And she goes ahead and says, and as they no longer swing around and they lose momentum, she says, I'll be honest, there's not as many traps here as I would like it. She goes ahead and moves forward. And she says, many of these rooms are rooms where people stay in. Some of them are loot rooms. This one here is the training ground. She steps in. All of a sudden, everybody inside looks over. They were in the middle of telling jokes at each other, it seems like. The Cursed Evoker steps in. Goblin steps forward and says, so what was all that commotion? Roby, let me get your token out there. Are you staying back, or are you traveling with everybody?
Oh, sorry, I put it in the chat. I didn't want to make a big thing of it, because I know
yeah,
I'm kind of moving on.
Oh, gotcha.
But I am coming.
I'll go lead him back.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
You just got yeeted across the map. Yep.
Yeet.
As soon as Roby steps in, the goblin's like, Jiminy Christmas, that thing's still alive.
That is not the term I would use.
Instantly runs off, and then opens the door to the room above, and then closes it behind him.
Yeah, that's inside the little one.
I do not know what I did to him. Was he one of the ones beating up on me?
Yeah, this room actually has a few of those people.
Ooh, even better. Did this Kenku do it?
This Kenku did it.
Okay.
This Kenku done did it.
So, you guys would all see Roby kind of come through when he sees that goblin run off. He'll go over, and now I'll just do what I was doing with the monkey man, and basically, he'll just be like, "I do not understand what your purpose of destroying me was for. but could you help me find my master?
The Kenku, looking up at you with its beady eyes, says, we found you in the sewers. You were floating down the stream. We have no idea where you came from.
Does not make sense. Why would I? And he would just kind of like go back to the party. Like, it's obvious he's just kind of like pondering something.
Everybody else looks tense, but the Cursed Evoker steps up and says, now, just put your weapons away. You see these people? If you see these people waltzing around, don't do anything to them. They've essentially taken over. So if you have any problems with that, you'll have to go through them. I don't recommend it. We did not have a very good time. And everybody in the room who had weapons drawn decided to become a little bit more relaxed. And the Voidling steps forward, and you recognize this Voidling, Roby, as the Tiefling. As the Tiefling that you remember seeing before you were beaten up and discarded. And he steps forward and says, hey, with all the changes in management around here, I just want the money. And the Hobgoblin basically steps forward and says, aye, me too. Though, seems... Yeah, you are the one that we trashed about.
That is correct. I have partially repaired myself. However, I am missing pivotal pieces to my person. If you recall where some of me is, I would greatly appreciate it.
The Tiefling kind of scratches the back of their head and is looking a little embarrassed. Looking over the party and realizing that y'all seem like you're pretty proficient individuals. He's gonna be like, it was nothing personal. We just wanted a little bit of fun. We didn't think you were actually alive. I think the back room has some of your parts in it, actually. We were gonna make it into like necklaces and whatever. Hey, Gobi, open up.
Fuck that boy, fun.
Bring out the pieces. The door just barely creaks open, and the goblin is peeking his head out. He's looking at everybody, realizing that the party didn't leave. Gobi's like, okay, just give me a moment.
We're not here to hurt you. You tell your goblin friend that.
Oh, we're not? I mean, aren't these the recruits we're allowed to sacrifice?
No.
Or is that someone else?
Someone else.
I mean, we could, but we don't need to.
You hear from the room as the Tiefling turns around, crosses his arms, sort of stands in front of the door, and waits patiently. You hear a lot of thrashing and a lot of just things being thrown around in the other room. And it's one of those, like, sort of things are taking longer than usual moments, or everybody's sort of standing around a little, impatient. The Hobgoblin is tapping their foot. The other Tiefling is sort of just looking off into nothingness. Y'all are in a very awkward moment right now. Feel free to throw out some small talk if you wish, but It seems like the goblin's taking a little bit of time trying to get that stuff together. The Kenku is like, so, you what's your deal? What's your story?
Well, first and foremost, we're an adventuring party that was, of course, hired to make sure we're able to dispense justice to you. But let's just say a more advantageous situation brought up when it comes with your boss.
He shrugs a little bit. He puts his arms into his tattered shirt, into the pockets of his tattered shirt, and he shrugs and he's like, you're not gonna make us stop stealing stuff, are you?
Oh, I look around. Oh, heavens, no. Think of it as more as not as a change of management, but an acquisition of...
I don't know that word.
Essentially, is that you keep doing you, but you just have a boss above your boss. Your boss still stays the same. You do the same work you do. It's just now there's a boss over your boss.
Joey, it's a takeover. That's what it is. It's a takeover. Takeover. Well, it's not the last time. It's not the first time. Probably won't be the last time.
It'll be the last time.
Wait a minute. I've seen some of you before. Yeah. You were fighting in the arena, weren't you?
Are you a fan or something?
I am. I am a big fan of the arena fights. Let me tell you. In particular, my cousin, his name's Daggerbeak. He was going to participate in the free tournament before all that nonsense happened. Hopefully they're going to start up that tournament again in a different place. But Daggerbeak, he's my cousin. You ever heard of Daggerbeak? He's a good guy.
Probably not, but SEGLESIA's is going through some stuff right now. You think they're going to still have it in SEGLESIA or somewhere else? I don't know, like Wintergale or something.
I hear that the main arena in town, the Bloodhound Arena, if I'm correct on the name of that, I believe that's it. I believe they're moving their operation there. It's going to be a even bigger event than it was in Autumn Rock. I'm looking forward to it. I hope Daggerbeak doesn't get killed, though. I hope, do you see Daggerbeak? Tell him hi for me.
I guess we will.
At that exact moment, the goblin pops out, and he's got his arm around a bag. He steps forward. He stumbles. You see a hand, an automaton hand, fall out of it. He's like, oh, sorry. He grabs the hand, puts it back in the bag, runs forward. It says, here you go. This is everything I could find. There might be a few nuts and bolts missing. But,
That is.
seems like most of it's here.
So I'll reach out and grab it. That is fine. I can find spare nuts and bolts. Thank you.
As you reach out and grab this bag. Do you grab the bag overall?
Yeah, just the whole bag. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So the goblin sort of says, well, my name's Gobi. This is Joey. And, we all got names, but you're probably busy. We were just, having fun. We're joking. And then the Cursed Evoker says, all right, do you want to, is this, I believe that's gonna be enough for now. If there's anything else.
Guess so. Everybody, like with everybody, I think this is sufficient for right now.
Wait. Where's the place to sacrifice people?
Oh, we have one of those.
What?
It's south.
You do?
What?
You should definitely check out what's his name? You should definitely talk to Igar. He's I guess you could say he's a specialist in sacrifice, not really religious sacrifice, but he is the pit lord.
So what is he sacrificing to, or like what?
Well, I mean sacrificing. Yeah, there's it's not a religious. It's my way of saying that we have beast fights down here sometimes.
Oh shit.
Well,
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I get distracted easily, but I mean, like, are we talking like, oh, we said, oh, it's a bear versus a wolf in this, like, I don't know what the equivalent of Friday night is, but yeah, like, or is it, oh, we've captured a werewolf and it's versus a vampire, like, how crazy are these theatrics?
Well, I mean, it really all depends upon, it all depends upon who, what we can find. You actually do hear the word who before he says what.
I think I get it.
It's a great time. You should participate. Hey, it's gambling. There's all sorts of fun. We have a lot of fun down here.
Orgoff will give the stinky eye and he'll go, the sacrifice is a ritual to your god, not a sport.
Nah, it could be a blood sport.
I say blood sport. Blood sport sacrifice. What's the difference?
For him, various. But, we get the meaning.
Well, in any case, you could find Igar. Igar's, he's just south of here. He's like down yonder.
All right, I will make him follow Mogus.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're gonna really need to convince him. He's got, he's an interesting character. Let me just tell you, he's a dragonborn that doesn't quite look like a dragonborn. It's a little iffy. Looks more human, but he is a dragonborn. He is definitely more of a worshiper of dragons. So I mean, you're more likely to get him. You're most likely to get his attention if you talk more, dragon lore and things of that nature. Anyways, we're gonna get back to doing our thing. So, Rashid, what are you rolling for?
I was just trying to figure out I was like, okay, how much does Rashid know about dragons and just general? I didn't think he was gonna roll a 20. I was just trying to figure out a roleplay decision.
You with a 20, you are aware that there have been dragon wars. You are aware that there are dragonborn. You are aware of a bunch of that history. And in particular for dragons, unless I am mistaken for Project Aurora reasons, Bahamut and Tiamat are still a thing, correct? Because I know we borrow a lot. We borrow a lot from Forgotten Realms, but not everything in Project Aurora is Forgotten Realms.
I can say because I played in Dragon's Omen. So Bahamut's definitely a thing. Fun fact, I met him. Tiamat is a thing, but not many people know about her at all. Like not many people at all, besides really the dragons or people who are probably like super devout to her, and they've studied the ancient tomes and all this other stuff, right?
Gotcha. You were the one. I mean, I don't know. Like, what particular questions do you have? Otherwise, we could just move on. I don't know if there was.
I was just like, It was just like a little side thought, like, I wonder if he's referring to Bahamut or something. That was about it. That's why I was just having him roll. Like, maybe
I would say
maybe
more
wouldn't.
likely a Tiamat or Tiamat equivalent.
Yeah.
Not a very good Dragonborn. So Gobi decides, hey, why don't I come with you, introduce you? Curse Evoker rolls her eyes and starts moving forward. Says, I'll see you later, guys. Okay, well, onward we go, unless there's any questions you have.
Orgoth will mostly whisper to Rashid and go, "You didn't tell me chickens can talk."
You'd be surprised on how many different strange things in this world. There are.
Strange.
Wasn't talking to you, just talking about you. Big difference.
Joey says, Joey, just calm down. Calm down. We'll talk about it later.
What a weird bird.
Yeah, well, between you and me, he is a weirdo for sure. He likes to collect bugs. I don't get what the thing's about.
Yeah, definitely a big chicken. Big. And you'll probably see, like, as Rashid kind of says that, you'll definitely hear or watch as his head is gonna definitely start hurting. What it says, like, ow. Fuck, it's happening again. Ugh. In a weird place. But like I said, yeah, that's, I've seen very, very little but a couple. That's a Kinku. They're like raven folk or something.
What they're called?
Say that again? I didn't understand you.
That's what they're called then.
Yeah, Kinku, that's their name. Or, you know.
Are they edible?
The Cursed Evoker waves her hand, uses Mage Hand on a particular torch, pushes it down, and the wall opens.
I think anything is edible if you try hard enough.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, after you.
It's like, yeah, I can tell you. Neither one of you noticed the neither one of you noticed the passages.
It kind of was too busy getting shot, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck is it?
Okay. And they move forward. The Evoker waves their hand. And with Mage Hand, triggers the lock on this gate and manages to open it. The goblin says, yeah, so, that chest over there, it's got a few things in it. I mean, it's sort of our property. You should probably just leave it be.
I remember.
And then the goblin looks over to the Cursed Evoker and be like, I told you we shouldn't go this way because... Then the Cursed Evoker's like, I don't care. We're gonna get more from our next heist anyways. And then Gobi's like, I guess you can have that one then.
Winver, were you trying to say something? Or Victor?
Well, let's just go. It's like, to be fair, care not when it comes with your, comes with the reliquaries, but thank you for the offer.
I don't.
Opening up the chest.
Thanks, King.
All right. Well, in which case,
Three types of
I
people.
literally am sitting here like, you gonna really say no to a chest? Jeez.
I don't know about him, but
All right. So super duper quick. Let's roll a treasure chest then. In which case, can I have one person roll a D100?
you open the chest, so go for it, King.
Oh,
5.
All right, and then roll a 1d4. All right, you rolled a 2. And then I want you to roll 2 D100s.
Should you want to roll another one? I
You
roll
got
one,
it.
you roll one.
Yeah. 88.
Oh, really? Huh, nice. Okay, and then 26. Cool. So as you open up the chest, you notice that this definitely seems like loot that would have come from a that would have come like from a person's home. It looks like it's a lot of like gold plated. There's like a small gold plated candlestick. There's some silver plates. There are some small statuettes with jewels embedded into them. All of the stuff, which is a total of, let's see, you rolled 10 and it was that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be like 400 gold pieces. There you go.
Oh my god.
Go for it.
Shiny.
Don't mind if I McFucking do.
Split up 400 gold pieces between y'all. Sounds like a good deal. But also, you get 2 magic items. One of those you notice is a tall potion bottle with a purplish liquid inside of it. And the second one is a pair of goggles.
Do they happen to look like your goggles, Matt?
Actually, they do. They
Oh,
look
hell yeah.
just like my goggles.
Potion bottle, and then goggles of the sorts. Okie dokie. I guess to help speed up this, who wants gold? Who doesn't want gold?
You can decide on that in chat or wherever.
I will pass on the magic items, and because I am mad for treasure, I'll take the shiny stuff. So
I would say that as soon as you ask that question, and thank you for reminding me, I'm going to say that you should make a wisdom saving throw because you did just open up a treasure chest full of nice goodies.
I was gonna do it regardless. Saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Yikes.
Nope. You find a compulsion in you to close the chest and basically stand between the rest of the party and the chest and to convince them that you've been putting in a lot of time, and you basically anything that you can say you're in debt with some money. You're in debt with some loan sharks. You really want. You really need to pay for your your child payments and stuff like that. What is your story? What is your excuse? How are you going to try to convince the party that you should get the lion's share of this gold?
You want to convince Rashid of all things to get the gold?
Listen. I've been I don't know, man. Some random guy came and he like traumatized me. I think I need some coin to like, pay for my recovery. You know, that bag was very dark. It's very dark.
I mean, yeah, and you can pay for it with your share.
Oh, but I need like a lot of money. This looks to be about the right amount.
I mean, we all need lots of money. I like money, you like money, I need money, you need money. But we should probably, split it even because, I like money a lot.
King, roll a deception, and I would say Rashid, roll, if you want to persuade back, I guess you can. You'd make it a charisma contest.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Just straight charisma check.
I would say you can choose one of the skills to be your forward skill check.
I mean, it's got to be deception. How to flavor it? I mean, it's been hard and rough with this sort of adventuring life. Like, you didn't, King, I respect and appreciate you so much, but, you didn't see the troubles that we had to go throughout this dungeon. I nearly died. Oh, God. He's strong as be. If it wasn't for him, I don't even know how I would have made it past the first room. Please, you have to understand. God damn it, please. This is my character's thing. Fuck.
All right.
Can I step on your toes there a little bit, Rashid?
Go for it, buddy.
I imagine why you two are sitting there, because I saw him open the box and I kind of stopped, and then you see all the shiny stuff and he closes it real quick and he goes off. I don't know him, so I'm kind of looking him over. But correct me if I'm wrong, GM. I assume with a passive 16, I would at least get the gist that he's a little off. Something's not right.
I would say
not necessarily he's lying, but something's just not.
So I would say that both of them. Hold on a sec. Before we go,
he's lying.
Well, I did not get King's deception roll, and I need King's deception roll first before I can.
All right. I hope it's not high.
Oh, that's a one. So, lower deception check. I would argue, in this case, a natural one definitely means that you're not going to convince anybody of that. But also, our friend Roby here is going to be very acutely aware that as soon as the chest was opened and everybody was able to take a look inside it, this kobold, this new individual, their demeanor changed instantly, and their eyes began to shift around as they started to think of some sort of way to optimize the amount of gains from this chest. And you definitely see that there's a contest of lying happening.
Yeah. So basically you see the tilting of the head as he's looking between you two, going back and forth in your stories. I do not understand why you must make up a story to be able to get part of something that was given to you. But if it helped, then I look at the little kobold. You can have my portion, and I start walking off.
And look at that. Ah, so generous. Everyone gets their share, you know? So, anyways, about that cut.
The Curse of the Evoker says, can we move onward? Like, this whole thing, I just want to get this over with.
Trust me, you and me both. Just move for look over other ones. If you two are done arguing about the treasure, we should keep moving. It's gonna be
sure,
that when we get back.
done. Almost done. Okay, so King, you have your share, I have my share. Orgoth, did you want anything? Last chance, you too, Victor.
I'll take some gold later.
Okay, I'll set aside a coin pouch. All right, let's go. I'll just grab all the things like sort of Scrooge McDuck, throw it in his bag or whatever he's got to do. And he's gonna keep moving on.
So once again, 400 gold pieces, a purple potion, and goggles. Question mark behind both of those things.
If no one else is taking, I'll just keep it to the side and then we'll look over it as a part and try to identify it later. Just not now.
Yep. Gobi steps back, nudges Orgoth on the knee, and says, "Huh? You're looking for a place of sacrifice, huh? Come right this way."
Lead on.
You cross what is most definitely a prison of sorts. There seems to be a dead body or a decayed skeleton in one of them. It doesn't look like the very cleanest place. There's lots of dried blood splattered everywhere. And as soon as Gobi steps forward, Gobi stops and he's like, "Hey, Egar. Anybody?"
Would you like some help? I'll turn on Thaumaturgy and yell that name.
All right, so with Thaumaturgy, you are going to. By the way, did you want me to? I forgot what the status was. Did you want me to move your token?
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Like, I stepped away to get a drink while I was listening, but I can try to remember to keep moving him.
Okay, it's all good. So you are going to state the name Egar with Thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very loudly.
Mm-hmm.
And in that process, what's everybody's passive perception?
My passive is 13.
13.
13 and advantage on sight if it means anything.
12.
10.
13, 12, 10,
And mine's a 14.
14. Got it. Gobi turns around and shrugs a little bit. Says, "You know, he's usually just through that he's usually just through those curtains.
Well,
He doesn't like it when people bug him."
Maybe he's busy making sacrifices.
Things usually get pretty noisy. Usually things get pretty noisy if that's the case.
I'm gonna look at. Is it Orgoth? Is that the orc's name?
yes.
Orgoth, yep.
I'm gonna look at Orgoth. didn't we come down here for you to find this sacrificial creature? Would you not want to continue?
Oh yeah, we needed a place for sacrifices. And this place looks beautiful.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, I mean, we don't have to have this conversation right now. Did we ever ask, like, why we really like sacrificing things? You know, did we ever come to that conclusion?
Well, the
Oh,
conclu-
Mogus.
Okay, I know for Mogus and all that stuff, but is there, like, any specific reason why? Or is this, like, no sacrifice? Or is it?
Appeasement to the god, most likely.
Exactly.
You know, that. I mean, two different gods, I guess. Never sort of asked me to start sacrificing things. At least I don't think. Oh, God. Am I doing it wrong?
Depending on your god, the answer might be yes. Don't know who you worship, and right now would probably not be the best time to talk about it, but
No.
Orgoff will just go, yes, you should always sacrifice for your gods.
Did this god tell you to do this?
Well, yeah.
What does this god look like?
Did you see my horns?
I do.
Exactly. He has great horns.
So
Alright.
you've actually talked to your god, then?
I put my hands on his horns, or we'll put him up towards it. I mean, if Orgoth would stop him, you know, he wouldn't fight against it. And as I'm like putting my hands up, I'm like, you wear your god on your head.
Well, I'm born with those.
I do not understand. Are the horns your god, or no?
no, entirely different. We can move on from the subject for the time being. As I look over, it was Rebecca at Roby, well, actually Roby or actually the Evoker. It's like you should probably go and open up the curtains.
As you say that, the evoker steps forward and stares down Gobi and says, Gobi, are you up to something? As the evoker casts Mage Hand and reveals the trap that is laid right in front of everybody, which is basically what you see is basically a gate that comes down and begins moving forward towards the end of the hallway. Why can't I bring it back up? Where is it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is. So it basically starts moving forward, as if somebody stepped on the other side of this thing, it would have started pushing them towards the curtain and on the other side of the curtain. And then as it reaches the end, it pulls back up again. Revealing that on the other side of this curtain, there is a pit filled with hyenas. And Gobi looks up at the evoker and says, yeah, what do you want? What do you want? We play, we have fun around here. And Gobi immediately turns around and says, Igor, they found out!
I have to say, I'm well impressed.
Oh, I'm impressed too, but can I sacrifice the goblin?
Fresh sacrifice.
And a bunch of the you see as I mean, from your angle, you probably don't see the hyenas right away, but if you get closer, you will notice the hyenas. and Egar surfaces on the other side.
Okay, whoa. All right. Am I the only one who's going to question the fact that there's a fucking tree in the middle of this? Like, what? You're just like, oh yeah, here, have some holiday spirit while you get killed.
I did that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Rashid. I would question it, and many a times I have, but at this point, considering the entourage that I have surrounded myself with, I have kind of just accepted it at this point.
The evoker turns around and says, not everybody is on the same page, apparently. Egar! Egar! There's nothing happening. Okay? There's no fight. These are friends. And then Egar basically takes... they have a little staff in their hand, this like showy, luxurious staff that they like the flail around, and they just throw the staff on the ground. They're like, God damn it!
Hey, DM.
What's up?
So the goblin dude, is he standing on the edge of the?
He's standing on the edge, and he's like, well, it's like I thought there was still a chance. Just don't hurt me. Listen, this is what we do down here. I thought there was a chance for us to, obviously not. Listen, would you really trust me so much? Would you really trust me all that much? It's a thieves guild. What can I say? Hey, but listen, you've demonstrated you're the stronger ones, and hey, you passed my test. What can I say? You passed my test. As they clearly try to talk their way out of it.
Orgo will just go push him down.
Yeah,
I want to see what happens.
I was gonna say, Orgoth, if you want to like tag team, like Roby would have been walking up towards him, kind of like questioning, because Roby is still in this naive stage of like, why would he lie to us if we're on his side? And it's like, oh, he said it's a game, it's fun, and he's still literally saying it's fun and it's a game and he's playing. So Roby's like, oh, if it's a game, and like if Orgoth's coming up there, can I give him advantage on pushing the goblin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shouldn't be advantage on you pushing the goblin. You're closer.
I would. Yeah, I mean that's fine. That's fine. Either way.
Let's go for it.
Okay. So that'd be what? An athletics?
I'd say. I'd argue that's an attack roll.
Just an attack roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta get through me. I won't help you, but also won't stop you.
I'm looking directly over at the goblin, and you just see a smirk on my face. Just enjoying this.
I don't know if you want to like make a distraction for Rashid or whatever. He will be easily persuaded in this case
Rashid,
scenario.
I need to talk to you about something. Can you just come over here for a second?
Oh, yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out. I clicked the button and then
I was like, okay, that's good enough for me.
All right, so I rolled a 16 to hit.
So you rolled a 16 to hit. That will hit. You're essentially, are you attacking for damage, or are you just knocking him into the pit?
Yeah, just pushing it. So basically, like I said, he's kind of walking up slowly, and he's pondering. He's doing the little tilted head thing, trying to figure out like, oh, this is a game?
It is a game.
What an interesting game. And then like as he gets up, he goes, your turn. And pushes the
goblin falls down the 15 feet, so I may as well roll fall damage for them.
I can't get on that.
Wait, what do you need to talk about? Oh, fuck!
It's as is going on, I look down at the goblins like, well, you did play that, and that was rather smart. So think of this as a little initiation for the new group.
Oh God, I made a mistake. He's like, oh God. He stands up. He realizes that the hyenas are closing in, He looks
what is
up.
the next part of the game?
He looks up at you, and he spits on the ground at all of you. He says,
Well,
if you won't take me alive, I won't take you alive. And he takes out an item from his person, which looks like a little, kind of like a handle of like a sword or something, and it has a weird contraption on the end of it. And he presses down on the button. Immediately, Roby, you realize that the bag that you have has started clicking.
oh,
Like clicking, like a ticking time bomb clicking, or like chattering teeth.
Like it's ticking. Yeah.
Okay.
wait, do I hear it as I'm next to him?
I would say it is noticeable.
As I look at him and just go, just give it over to the goblin. He seems to want more. Give it back to the goblin.
If this is part of the game, okay.
It's part of the
I'll just,
game. Don't
throw it over.
Yes, it's hot potato.
I'm gonna say initiative just for this instance. Roby versus the goblin.
Let me roll. Nope.
Yep.
Hold on. Did I do it right?
You did do it right. However, the goblins' initiative is first in this case, and they are gonna press down on the button, and you're gonna hear ticking. The ticking does not take a lot of time at all. As you grab the bag, you realize that the bag has something in it. You immediately hear a ringing, and I'm gonna need everybody except for Rashid to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Of course.
Oh man.
Okay, I
no.
thought that was me for a second.
Bruh.
Yes.
That is a 2 for.
How many ones have I rolled this session?
This is 2 for King. God damn.
Where do I find saving throws on this thing?
Hit dexterity, and then it'll see
it'll
it pop up
an
the
option. Yeah.
Oh, so just
Yeah.
hit that. Okay, gotcha. Boom.
Yeah.
Normal. Got it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wow, that's something you don't see every day.
Why did this sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Oh, I missed a D6 in there. 1 sec. Okay. Everybody that failed their dexterity saving throw is going to be hit with 13 damage. Everybody except for Rashid.
I saved. Wait, did I save mine?
If you saved, it's going to be halved. As the bag explodes out in a fiery blast, basically consuming all of you and burning through your flesh. And the goblin is jumping up and down, all like just manic and excited. Completely forgets that he's surrounded by hyenas for the moment.
What?
So, I believe everybody has rolled. I need to do a roll dexterity saving throw for the Cursed Evoker. Oh, I'm sorry. The DC was 12.
Yes.
And you ended up rolling a 0, correct?
Uh-huh. I mean, I'm holding the bag, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So you are... Why is brain not math? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how do I do that.
Yeah, if you double click on your token, the section that's hit points, you can change what your hit points
Okay.
are. Yeah.
Does how big is this explosion? Is it like
This explosion is mostly incendiary, and you are actually in an area that is sort of like consumed in flames.
Mhm.
and it's so bright that you see that like Egar has to like blind his eyes for a moment, and the hyenas end up getting spooked. And Gobi's just standing at the bottom there, just dancing. Like, and he looks up and realizes that a bunch of you are still standing.
I do not like this game.
You do notice that there are indeed parts of your body, and they seem to be mostly intact, but a lot of them are charred black now.
Yeah. I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon and have it attack him.
All right.
My God.
So you're gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, and where are you gonna place the Spiritual Weapon?
Like right on, like in front of him. I imagine like his spiritual weapon looks like kind of like a misty version of himself. Like it's like nanobots. That's like, because spiritual weapon's basically incorporeal. You can't really hit it. But it's basically himself just hitting stuff.
Okay. I believe you have the capability of if you good learning moment. If you double click on your token, you go to Spellbook. You should be able to choose Spiritual Weapon and then click. I believe it's just standard roll.
So I see cast spell, and it gives me the option to attack normal. 17 to hit.
17 will hit. And your Spiritual Weapon does how much? Oh.
12 points of damage.
All right, what does this look like as you strike down Gobi for his ridiculous treachery?
Yeah, so and I just want to make it clear, like Roby is not showing like an emotion, so like a human emotion. He's just like, I do not like this game, and you just see as this like the shadow of himself just kind of like formulates out of his body, but it doesn't look like this like piecemeal himself. It looks like a very slender version of himself, almost a perfect version of himself, and it just like floats down in front of Gobi and just like claps its hands together on his head, and his head explodes.
Excellent. And so, clasping hands together, you see the head of Gobi look up, and in the middle of a cut scream, his head is crushed and his body falls down in a puddle of his own goblin blood for his treachery. In response to this, Egar, staring down into the pit, you hear him audibly say, "Oh shit." And the cursed evoker looks across and says, "I hate this day. Egar, could you clean up?" And Egar is like, and scratches his head and sort of like, "I didn't realize that we were in stalemate. I apologize." He gestures over to the skulker at the end. The skulker comes over and unlocks the gate.
Just know, going forward, if anyone says stuff about jokes, Roby's not gonna like, that's a joke. We don't tell jokes.
You do see the hyenas kind of go up upon Gobi's body and begin tearing his body apart. There's a little bit of a
laughing.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a grotesque scene down there as you are skirting this spiky battle pit.
Such a wonderful scene. We need more.
I want to look at Rashid because he seems to be like a man about money. Is there somewhere where we can find parts? It seems that all of my external parts are now charred and destroyed.
They're not destroyed. They're just charred black. It's going to take a little bit of time to buffer them up.
Oh,
I didn't say that they
okay,
were
so-
destroyed.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like they're burning up and.
It was mostly like it was sort of like an alchemist fire thing. I would argue that your chassis is made of sterner stuff. Has higher melting point, stuff like that.
No, we can't hear you, Rashid.
All right, I think so now. There we go.
Yeah.
Accidentally unplugged my actual mic. I mean, but yeah, it was solved. Okay, we're just good to go. Well,
so-
did you still say it or?
I'll change it more to do you know somewhere that we can repair these parts? They seem to be more damaged than I can self-repair.
I guess I'll ask the DM. Does Rashid know? He doesn't necessarily know anybody he's super close to that works with parts and stuff like that, but he just knows something or someplace to go.
History check.
You got it. History. Boop.
Ha!
I know the best blacksmith in town.
You know, I mean, you have your ear to the ground on good blacksmiths, on some good tinkerers. Listen, hey, this is I'm very happy that you rolled a 20, because you do know somebody in town, somebody that is a very skilled tinkerer that would definitely be able to help with repairs. They go by the name of Ahi Waggletop.
I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it.
Ahi Waggletop is a gnome who basically is hosted at the Cloudseeker's Spire, and they're the one that usually floats around in one of maybe a few different airships. In particular, you know, you've heard some things about Ahi. You're pretty sure that you could figure out a way to, get a, set a meeting up or something. With 20, I wouldn't say that you know Ahi personally, but you know who Ahi is.
No. Yeah. So would I know a way? So again, do I know a way how to get in contact with her? Like just find a airship? Okay. Yeah. I'll just say to Roby. Yeah, actually, oh, stretch, but I think I know a person. A little gnome thinker, Ahi Waggletop. Maybe if we have a bit of time before, jobs and stuff like that, we can try to look for her, see if we can get in contact.
That sounds good. Even if it were a simple blacksmith, just someone that I can utilize to put these parts back together and back on myself.
Actually, Matt, do I know the whole thing with the I don't want to call it a robot incident, but like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to call it a mech. The stuff that happened, like, do I know what he's about or whatever? With like how she makes fucking mechs and shit or whatever.
With a 20, yeah, I would definitely say so. Because the thing is that Ahi is also known for making specific automatons that are built for arena battle purposes. So that is another one of their projects. And yeah, so you are also aware of that.
Don't worry, we don't need necessarily a simple blacksmith. We will have you up and running in no time, better than ever before. Yeah,
that sounds...
Oh, good.
I was just gonna say that sounds good. And quick thing, DM, just to save you from having to hear me every time say like, "Hey, is something off?" Like Roby will not be trusting the non-original party, because the goblin basically has him like thinking like, okay, these people beat the crap out of him, now he's playing tricks,
right?
So basically, if
so
anyone,
I will proactively inform you. You don't have to keep checking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So it should actually be thrown out there with that 20 that it could be that Ahi can get maybe a better story behind possibly behind Roby as an automaton himself. But of course you're not sure 100%, but that would be a good lead. Anyways, so what you notice is that Egar jumps down into the pit, speaks in a weird guttural tone, and all of a sudden all of the hyenas rush up to him, and he ends up tossing them a huge chunk of meat. And in the meantime, goes over to the body of Gobi, and he sighs, and he shakes his head, and begins gathering up the remains. In the meantime, the Cursed Evoker leads to the other side of the room and says, and it brushes off a lot of like the ash from her outfit. She looks really upset because a bunch of her outfit did get charred up. So starts brushing it off and says, "Are we done here? Can we move on, please?"
1 second. Prestidigitation myself. Now we can go.
Fuck her. You guys should clean yourself off.
Oh, see, there's another entrance. Thanks. Anything super noticeable on this that really stands out on this person?
Well, you notice that they definitely seem to have the features of a Dragonborn, but they have the stature of somebody who is less dragon, more humanoid. It's a little strange. It's not uncommon. It's not unfounded.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like they're in the middle of mumbling and trying to pick up the pieces of the rest of Gobi.
It'll put it like as a mental note, but we gotta go. We got places to do, or places to go, places to see, yada yada.
Yeah, as I'm leaving, I'm gonna speak in Draconic at him. Sorry about your associate, and welcome to the company.
He gives you a deadpan look and then goes back to picking up the remains of Gobi.
Oh my god.
I'll leave Orgoth with him.
All fun and games so you get your face smashed.
Oh, I guess Rashid, because he's Rashid, he'll just say, "Happy holidays," and then just sort of go into the hallways. Is it?
Don't worry. I'll send you people to sacrifice.
All right. And then as y'all... Oh, sorry.
Oh,
1 sec
God.
here. That's not supposed to be there. Listen.
Okay.
So you end up turning the corner, and you hear a bunch of like laughing and grunting and jeering and stuff like that. But as you turn the corner, you realize that, hey, there's everything that you would expect to be in a tavern down here. And it seems like you see a lot of individuals with that have really interesting outfits on. They look sort of orc-like, but not quite. And they're all wearing brown ranger-like uniforms. And there's a couple of them that are just kind of drinking and are stirring up some trouble between each other. There's a couple of them that are gambling, playing a game of cards, and then you see just some random human in a noble's outfit sitting alone at one of the tables, and then you see a barkeep. As soon as all y'all turn the corner, all of them stop what they're doing at once and turn to look at you, and the whole place is dead silent.
Boy.
Settle down. We're not enemies.
You guys like gambling?
Cursed Evoker steps forward and says, "Put your weapons down," so on and so forth. I need a port. And she sits down immediately, and the bartender, the barkeep, provides a bottle, and she immediately begins drinking. And the troll, the the orc-like individuals, trollkin, it doesn't really matter what I say, continue doing their thing. One of them is they're drinking, they're gambling. The person in the noble's outfit in particular is looking, probably the person that's looking around the room most nervously.
Can I roll history on them?
On who?
The nobleman.
The nobleman? Sure.
Alright. I do not know this nobleman, never mind.
You might know some people in like the aristocracy, but this person, you do not know who this person is. The barkeep looks over to you all and says, can I get y'all anything? We have mainly ale, port, and she looks over to a number of bottles behind her, and she says, all this stuff we picked up yesterday. And you basically seen a huge assortment of many different liquors. Some of them are like already part empty. Some of them look like they were just like swiped off of the shelves of another tavern. Just a bunch of stuff cobbled together.
Just take an ale.
Yeah, one ale as well.
Goes ahead and pours you two a drink. And the evoker says, there are a couple other parts to this place, but those places are mainly private. So these are really the only places you need to really concern yourself with. This is the tavern. Enjoy a drink. I know I am.
Well, as I raise up my my tankard, if it's in a tankard or glass.
What?
You go.
Oh, that was just a random thing. Hey, a question, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
About how much money would it cost to like buy everybody in this entire room drinks? Just like one. How much roughly?
How much roughly?
Yeah.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. How much does a pint of ale cost? Pint? I guess according to rough smoky ale, blah, 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 blah. About 1 silver piece.
For everybody? Oh, shit.
No, 1 silver piece per.
Each.
Yeah.
Fuck it, yeah, I'll buy everybody a round of drinks. Anybody who wants them. He'll basically just say, oh gosh, I'll probably need your help, Winvir, for this one. But, because Rashid doesn't understand exactly compared to you. But, alright. Avoid all the awkwardness and stuff like that. Long story short, has been essentially a new agreement. We work together, we have each other's back, and we continue to do what we do best. Simple as that. And in a sign of good faith, as well as in new agreements and arrangements, everybody drinks on me. And I'll just sort of pass the fucking barkeep, like, however much gold it is. Fuck it, I'll just pass him 5 and make sure everybody gets their thing.
Persuasion with advantage, because you're getting them all drinks.
You got it. Winvir, if you want to add anything to it, or you got it, my friend.
I'm gonna raise up my tankard to say what my associate said, and a health to our company.
Alright. Persuasion. Advantage. Ooh, that's a big 20.
That was so big that it broke my boundary.
Dang it.
God damn, he's powerful.
God damn, he's smooth.
I saw it over on the level, like, oh shit.
Let's see if it loads back up. But in the meantime, that is a drastic success. And all of the trollkin look at each other silently at first, and then they all burst out saying, "Yeah!" And they all take the tankards that they currently have, and they all bang them down upon their tables to a very specific rhythm. And the barkeep, and they all start chanting in Orcish. And the barkeep leans forward and says, That's the Trollkin squad. We usually send them out if somebody's giving us some trouble and we need to get some stuff back. Sometimes we got to be the bullies.
I see.
They're enforcers.
Oh, it's good to have them within a pocket. Well, I think comes with that. As I kind of just raise my tanker up to the barkeep. Cheers. It's good.
Orgath King, Robbie, did you want anything?
You'll actually notice like Roby is like washing off the parts in this sewage stream.
Oh, sorry.
Like, so he's like bent over, pulling the parts out of the bag that got charred up.
Seems to be busy. I'll leave him to his sort of thing. He seems busy at the moment. But we'll definitely not leave him there for too long. Waiting for Orgoth and King's response.
Just making my way over to get a drink.
I'm about. What did I miss?
You're getting a drink.
Orgoth, you find yourself surrounded by individuals that look sort of orcish in nature. They, however, have some differences to their stature. It was just mentioned that they are part of what's called the Trollkin squad, and they're all being served pints on the house. A couple of them look over to you, kind of realize that you are an orc, but you are of a different shade than they're used to. And one of them sort of nods to you and then goes back to drinking.
He'll give a thumbs up and go to the guys and say, "What are you guys drinking?"
Keeping it simple, just a little bit of ale.
Try some.
Oh, don't worry, it's on me. And I'll just sort of pass him a drink.
Since Orgoth has no moderation for that thing, he'll just one-shot it.
God damn, like a true orc. Besides, there's a little mini celebration after getting the whole sort of faction thing set up, and even more business arrangements. Things are looking up for us.
And the tavern keep looks over and says, "Well, Sandora's been doing a pretty good job. Sandora's still alive, right?"
She is, don't worry.
Sandora's still in charge, right?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. What does that mean?
It means is that she's still going to be head of this operation. It's just she's working for new management. Nothing changes. You'll be fine.
She thinks it over a little bit, bobs her head back and forth, and then takes a deep breath and says, well, as long as, and then before she says anything else, you hear somebody scream out down the hallway.
Ah, gods.
Did it sound like Glenn?
It sounded like Glenn.
Dumb frog.
The fact that you guessed it.
So it's. All right.
You see them limping pretty badly as they start waltzing over. Well, looks back and brushes some moss off of his outfit, and then looks over and says, well, I believe our business is concluded. So I have here, in due payment, the sum of, and he looks through his stuff, and he says, the sum of about 400 gold. There you go. This is your payment for your assistance of me, Sir Glenn, the Frog Knight, apparently.
Oh, thanks, Froggy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Glenn. It was a pleasure doing business with you as well.
He stands tall and he salutes, and he says, if you are ever in need of a combatant with the will and the power, such as myself, do not be afraid to call, and I will find you if I ever need your assistance in the future. But for now, onward, for I have received the next important clue on the whereabouts of this most devious mage that turned me into this form. But that will be a story for another time, I presume. Well, good day, my friends, and I will see you on the other side. Oh, I forgot to mention, Rashid.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to find something on the table. That is to say, the desk of our mutual acquaintance, Sandora. He scratches his head a little bit and says, it's usually uncharacteristic of me to use my fingers for things like taking things off of a desk rather than fighting with a sword. But I noticed something peculiar about it that might interest you.
Well, I'm all ears. Did you want to talk about it here or somewhere else?
I'm gonna stop for a moment. Oh, out of character. I'm trying to recall under what circumstance. Oh, Glenn wouldn't know this, would he? Let me recall something.
Okie dokie.
Message. I gotta look at the actual message here. Sorry.
All good. I guess in the meantime, what's Roby doing? Off to the side. Roby.
Roby. Roby.
Oh, probably not. No.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just wondering what your character was doing in the meantime.
That's what happens when you run away to the bathroom.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I mean, he was just kind of cleaning up, and then at some point, like when he sees everyone kind of coming together, he would come over, like, I mean, whenever offered a drink, he just like turns it down. You know, I do not require food or drinks.
Ah, I see. I'm just curious, and I apologize. I don't mean to assume or anything, but I know you don't require it. But do you even? Is it even a point in drinking it at all, or no? Or like, is it even possible, or you know? I apologize for assuming or anything like that, but I was just curious.
I have been designed to have a fully functional system. However, since I have awoken, I am not myself. This form is but pieces of me, which is why I asked about finding a fixer.
I see. That is fair.
Okay. Frog or Glenn, the last thing that he's going to do is he's going to hand you a note. And that note has some interesting things on it. It is up to you if that is something that you want me to show to everyone or just yourself, but let me show it to yourself first.
Yeah. I'll probably, I mean, depending on what it is, I'll probably share it with everybody. We'll see. Depends on what's on it.
I wonder if I could click show players and then just choose a.
If you got it, you can just like screenshot and send it to me on Discord.
Why is it not letting me do show players at all? Show players. Oh, it doesn't like it. That's a weird thing. Why is it not letting me do that simple feature? Showing players. I'm going to instead choose you as an observer. You should be able to go to your journal and then go under Tales of Seglesia in Quest 1 A Frog's Life. There is a quote-unquote encoded message there, and let me know if you want me to show this message off to people.
You got it. Let me read. I see. Yeah, I mean, wait, hold on. That's about there. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't read it out loud or anything like that, but if anybody was interested in reading on what it is, then yeah, I mean, sure, he'd show it. Probably wouldn't like hide it or anything like that.
Gotcha. The weird thing is usually when I click on show players, it lets me do that, but it's not letting me do that for everybody, which is weird. I wonder if I change the kind of sheet it is. Just custom journal sheets. See if that works. And then I hit show players. There we go.
Whatever they're trying to protect has failed. Oh, Baker? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Definitely interesting to say the least.
Definitely is.
I don't remember. I just genuinely can't remember. The mystery, man. The mystery. Oh man, it's got me thinking like all sorts of things in Rashid's head and my head. I'm like, where the hell is this thing? What's going on here, man? What's going on here?
Before you're able to get through the full reading of it, of course, Glenn is going to bow, and he says, "It has been a pleasure working with you. Ta-ta!" And he begins hopping away, or limping away, rather. And as he begins limping away, you hear, "Ah!"
There he goes. I love that frog. He grew on me a little bit.
All right. So, out of character for what I have to show you of this map, potential areas that you could have engaged in combat in if you went in a different direction. You have been given a tour of the spot, and you are now much more familiar with it. So if at any point you want to come back here, we can you could just let me know where here you want to return to, and this is now a place that you can just freely travel back to. You have completed the quest, which means you are free up for future quests, of course. But at this point, you have a choice. If there's anything else that you want to do here, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we can speed forward a day, and we can get to the next formal quest doled out by Roxy Righteous and Company.
I would. You go.
Well, I was just gonna throw out some meta that I can just foresee in the future. We're gonna have a mission that says, "Hey, guess what? Some dumb Kinku or whatever decides they want to take over. They killed the evoker and the freaking other chick, and now we gotta come in, or they got the evoker or chick locked up, and we gotta come save them."
Goddamn Kinku. Goddamn Kinku.
in before the DM's plans. I mean, I can't guarantee that's going to happen. You did not read my brain.
Let me get my revenge, Vinny. Give him the old one too. But go ahead, Squeaks.
I was gonna say, I would just say we skip the next day to Righteous Roxy's Rheumatorium.
Rheumatorium.
I got a quick question for Squigs, but also kind of Matt, but mainly Squigs in character. Rashid would just wonder and say, "Hey, Victor. Okay, so since we kind of, I don't want to say run this place, but kind of run this place. Would it be crazy if at any point we ever really needed to, we could be like, hey, I need a couple of guys. Come on, you're with me." Like, and they would just sort of go for it. Like, is that even a possibility? I don't really know this thing. I was wondering if you would know that.
Is entirely on you. The only reason I even struck up a bargain with them is because they'd be advantageous for keeping an ear out for all the local districts that they run. You can see how you see fit. See them as people, see them as tools. It does not matter. What matters to me is to make sure they can gather the information. And besides, it's always good to have allies on all corners. So, do what you want with them. Just don't try to do anything too stupid with them.
I will. But anyways, don't worry, you can trust me. And besides, you call them tools, I call them helping hands. Anyway, let's go.
Excellent.
Yes.
Last call for anybody else. Anything you want to do before we move forward? Take silence as a move forward. So, this is sort of like the camera zooms out on everybody having fun at the bar kind of moment, and you manage to get in some good times and some good rapport with your new, do I want to say employees? Do I want? I don't know. I don't know what your new entourage. Yes.
They're obviously mercenaries, so like whoever pays the most gets them.
I mean, yeah, but it's with the expectation that if you're the top dogs here, that whatever you're doing is going to be probably lucrative. So they'll definitely be more willing to jump on board. We move forward a day, and y'all can take a long rest. As it is presumed that you, at some point, returned back to the Righteous and Company spot with, with its bed quarters and everything, and you took a long rest. Did you have a question there?
I just thought of a random idea. I have one request, and that is gang wars. I want to see straight up like our the thing that we own versus another one. That is all I request. That sounds sick.
Can I say that before I decided to do Tales of Seglesia, my next big before I did that, when I was trying to figure out what to do after Shadows over Seglesia, I was like, I really want to do Gangs of Seglesia. I really want to make it like just all underworld gangs fighting each other, heists, stuff like that. But we ended up doing this as a campaign, but of course this campaign can go in any direction. So in any case, let us forward time. Everybody gets their full rest. To trying to remember how you do that on Foundry. You just bring hit points in
underneath hit dice. There's a short rest.
Oh yeah, that's
long
right.
Rest button.
You are correct. Okay, so we're gonna speed things up a little bit here. Roxy is essentially going to let y'all get your proper sleep in, let you spend the first part of the day just kind of doing whatever. But we go back to your quest selection. And of course, you find yourself halfway through the day. Roxy calls you into the office and says, you guys did fantastic with the whole frog thing. He is very happy, by the way, and he is looking for a repeat business. So, we are off onto a fantastic start. And I have a new set. I have a new quest for you, but of course, there is still the opportunity to help out the Firebolt. And I guess I heard that one of you was speaking some interest in helping out our helping a small business owner out.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think everybody, for the most part, is pretty much good with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what's happening with this thing, Roxy? Give us a spiel.
Well, it seems that it seems that the individual, her name is Mia Jello, a Firbolg, of course, goes by the name of Firbolg. I don't know if you've ever seen their place. It's a pretty I'd say it's a pretty upstanding joint, just north of here, not too far away at all. The thing is, with in her circumstance, she just opened up this place of business. I do not know where she claimed home prior, but in order to get started up, she had to borrow some money. Unfortunately, it seems that one of the places that she managed to borrow some money, well, it was unfortunately not to her knowledge. It was a front for the Gold Mercers Guild. Unfortunately, the Gold Mercers Guild, being the faction that it is known for underhanded financial dealings. And as soon as she was able to borrow money and get set up, a couple of thugs working for the Gold Mercers Guild came over and began to try to extort her for regular repayment plus interest. Their way of saying payment for the rest of her time running her business. Unfortunately, she has had to comply, but is looking for somebody to drive them off and make them go away. She's afraid of some, repercussion. She's tried to stand up to them before, and they've mentioned that there's usually a group of people not too far away that would, teach her a lesson if she didn't pay up. So it seems to me like she's in need of some help. My guess is that you're going to want to be there at a time when the thugs usually show up during this part of the week. That would be today, as a matter of fact, not too far from now, just a little less than an hour. And either talk some sense into them, knock some sense into them, and prepare to defend the place if they decide to bring some extra people to rough up the establishment.
That being said, I wish we had an Orgoth, but I had to help with this sort of intimidating or scan them off.
Oh, you mean?
But I'm sure we'll.
You mean Zug?
Or not Orgoth? Yeah, I meant Zug. My bad. But I'm sure we'll get creative.
Well, I mean, hey, that's why we're in it, to win it. You are some of the most creative adventuring types I have seen in my years as a carny ? Well, don't worry about that. Just say the word, and I will set things up, and all you need to do is waltz over there and take care of business.
Sounds good. I mean, we only have an hour to go, so it'll probably take us a bit of time to get there.
I would think that you were all fully rested up, fully prepared. You should be able to get there pretty easily. It's not too far away.
Oh, Rashid will sort of kind of grab Roby, assuming he's with us and all that. Just kind of, hey, Roxy, we need to help out the new sort of companion here, Roby. Specifically, we need to get in contact with a certain sort of smith. Famous one, Ahi Waggletop. Apparently she's on some airships and all that, but we need some help to repairs over here.
Listen, I know who you're talking about. Very, very good at their craft. I got them to do a few jobs myself. I could definitely reach out. I'm certain that they would love to help you out. But of course, they have a lot of things that need to be taken care of. So very likely that you complete this next job, they will probably have something for you. And you will be able to, and I will be able to arrange a first meet.
Perfect. I said, just try to do what you can to get in contact with her and schedule a meeting or eventually of the sorts while we're gone. Do that for us, Roxy?
You got it. We have, she says, don't worry, I will take care of all the details. You do the hacking, slashing, spell casting, all the stuff that you're good at, baby.
Appreciate it.
All right. So without further ado, I'm going to switch over to the map of SEGLESIA. Boop.
Before we leave, I'd like to have had a little mini discussion with the group. We can role play it or not. The gist is, Roby, I need to make sure I set my right spells, prepare my spells accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So Roby would be asking, what do we want to prepare for? Do we want to prepare for fighting, or do we want to prepare for talking? Because he can do both magically.
Both, just in case.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Orgoff will take the flail weapon and offer it to Roby.
Alright. He'll reach a hand out. What is this for?
Torture. And cause some mayhem. But mostly torture.
Oh my god.
I will be sure to use it accordingly.
And so, as I token, thank you. I'm gonna throw their token right down here. So it's not very far away at all. However, the rules of the encounter system are still active. So therefore, what I will need from each of you is for somebody to roll a D100 and somebody else to roll a D100 as you embark.
All right, I guess I'll roll one.
Ian King rolled it last time, so.
Yeah. Somebody else.
I'll roll the other.
All right. I just don't trust my rolls ever since the one shot.
All right, so we have 95 and we have 76. In terms of our first roll here, while it is a short trek, you are stepping over the crest of a hill, and you see a straight road that stretches before you. In the near horizon, you see dotted with a mixture of tavern entrances and stumbling patrons. The air is vibrant with noise, laughter, song, music, and the occasional glass breaking. It seems you have wandered into one of the more drink-friendly stretches of the city. Being that it is not too far away from where you are at currently, that would be sort of at the latter stretch right here. I am using this token right here to represent your party. So moving it forward, right around here is where you encounter this spot, and then we had a 76. 76 is so I read through. Ah, fantastic. That would make the most sense, wouldn't it? In which case, somebody roll another D100 to add on to this.
Guess that'd be me then.
Yep.
Bring us home, Squigs.
79.
79, okay.
Nothing.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I see how it is. So, entering this spot, of course, this spot is, you are descending down this hill, and you are passing by a place where even at this point in the I would say the early evening, people have already started drinking. Some people are already smashed. Imagine, I don't know if any of y'all have been to Dublin during later in the evening. On most days, I have been. It is fantastic. I mean, in certain parts of the city. So, as you are waltzing down this street of cobblestone, you notice something that you have never quite seen before. It seems to be a steam-powered contraption of sorts with wheels and a bunch of seats on either side of them, and in the center seems to be a set of what would seem to be like counters, and there's this like weird automaton thing in the middle that seems to be sliding back and forth, grabbing bottles from underneath the bench and then pouring them and then setting them in front. You realize that you've come across the Seglesian fantasy version of a pedal pub. You notice that there are maybe one or two people sitting there. There's one individual that you can clearly recognize as a Warforged, and they are sitting in the corner, not drinking, just sitting there. Alongside the automaton that's sliding back and forth behind the bar, you do notice a gnome pops out every now and then and tops off people's drinks and tells a joke. It seems like a rather festive thing for you to come across. Of course, because it's not that far of a roll to your destination, you have about 20 minutes to just kick it if you want to. But that's up to you, or you can go directly to your destination.
I mean, Roby would 100% approach, unless stopped for one reason or another, being that it's another Warforged.
Mm-hmm.
By all means, go for it. I'd be upset if you didn't.
Same.
So he would basically, you would see how like normally he walks kind of, just nonchalantly, kind of more follows behind you guys more than he'll either be in the middle or behind, not ever in front. But you notice as everyone's looking over this, he gets a little bit of more of a pep in his step. I imagine he kind of walks like Quasimodo, because he's still kind of pieced together until we get that person to put him back together.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like kind of like hobbling over there, and as he gets close, you'll hear him call out, "Hello, brother."
The pedal pub is still moving. Are you walking along with it, or are you sitting next to him?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine he'd be like walking along with it at first, like not really thinking to sit down, because he's just kind of like, because it's not moving fast, right? It's just kind of slowly pedaling.
Yeah, it's just slowly pedaling.
Yeah, so as long as he can like walk with it, because he's not going to get tired.
Gotcha.
Unless I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Warforges don't get tired like
no,
that, right?
I mean, it's not going super fast right now. It's just kind of, right, it's rolling through. It's going pretty slowly, so if people want to jump on or jump off, they can. They're going through this part of the city. The automaton looks over and says,
Yeah? What do you want?
Excuse me for my interruption, but who is your maker?
he just, his optics are kind of like digital, and you can see it like they blink at you. It's basically just two lights changing, or like a bunch of diode LEDs changing to indicate that they've blinked. And they respond by saying,
I'm one of the old timers. What's it to you?
I do not wish to intrude in your personal information. However, I am in search of my master. He is not my creator, but I do not know where he is. Do you know if there is records of purchases of robots in this land?
He manages to spin around in his stool and look at you. And he says,
We were all created for the war. Have you forgotten?
That is correct. Unfortunately, my memory is corrupted and I do not recall but bits and pieces. I will be repaired soon.
The archives. The only place where that information exists is in the palace. But good luck getting in there, friend.
So just to make it like cinematic, I imagine when he says that that it's in the palace, that Roby like immediately stops and is like, that is where I shall go then. And then like as it's like trolling off, you hear him saying like, good luck.
sorry, it's the automaton acknowledges you with a nod and then turns about in its stool and begins just, chilling there on the pedal pub. You get the sense that they are there to basically protect the pedal pub from anybody that wishes to do anything anybody that wishes to do anything weird. You of course will notice as it travels south, you without mistake will notice, of course, the palace is in the center of the city on top of a plateau. Unmistakable. So it is literally in your exact direction of view as the pedal pub begins to ride off. And at the same time, you feel as if you've gathered just a small piece about yourself from that. It occurs to you that you are definitely not the only one here, or that you're definitely not the only Warforged here. So there are others that have that might have more information if you were to find more Warforged around the city.
That's good. I'd fall back in with the party.
Hey, Orgoth.
You?
Do something for me, will ya? As you are sort of walking down the street with the rest of the party, and sort of noticing the pedal pub is moving past, and you notice that your new automaton Warforged friend is interacting with the other Warforged. As you notice, it is moving down the way. Roll a perception check.
All right. How do I roll that when I can't?
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. Let me throw your token on there first so you can do that. Boom.
Perception. Oh, apparently I'm pretty blind.
You are blind. Well, I mean, it's still a little bright out. Okay. Well, you could have sworn you saw somebody sitting on the other side of that pedal pub. Somebody who is fully cloaked. You cannot see their face. You cannot see any details about them particularly. But when the gnome in the middle of this pedal pub manages to step up in order to receive payment, you see a hand slip out and drop some silver pieces. And this hand has a distinctive reddish hue that is unmistakable. And you realize not simply is it the hand, but you notice that there is a signet ring. You obviously are too far away to see what's on the signet ring. But you get a tense feeling at the bottom of your stomach. Because you can already presume who this individual might be.
Well, Orgoff will pretty much freak out and go, oh, damn it, looks like they're here.
And unfortunately for you, you do see the hood part turn in your direction, and while you cannot see past the hood, you get the distinct feeling that whoever it is looking directly at you.
Okay, imagine an 8-foot orc just trying to hide behind King. Just crawling behind him.
Like actually crawling, like on all fours.
Are you actually crawling on all fours?
Yeah, he'll be like, can you do your thing, just crawl.
What are you doing?
Indeed.
You okay there, buddy?
No, I'm not. I think someone is there for me.
You think?
I don't believe
Yeah,
you
well-
ever told the party much about where you came from.
Oh, that's actually true. Well, he'll be telling them now about his... Alright, well, I was part of a clan. We all follow Mogus, but they kept me away from the world. I couldn't experience anything, so I might have just ran out after killing one of the masters.
Nah. I see.
Retribution.
Oh.
And I'm not supposed to run away.
Huh. I see.
Is
As
it
if you are... Oh, good.
Sorry. Is it all right if I reveal the name of this clan?
Yep, go for it.
All right. This clan, as might be part of your explanation, if you wish to include it, is the Bloodsingers. They are orcs that learned the art of blade singing from a captive elf and corrupted it for the sake of Mogus and are considered like elite assassins.
Oh.
Sick as fuck.
And there you go.
Probably without question, without hesitation or anything. Rashid would just say, I see. Well, if things are, people are looking for, well, you are watching you and stuff. I assume from the way you're hiding amongst the kobold friend, you don't want to be seen. Here, I have a means of disguising yourself, but we'll probably need a better way than just simple disguises and makeup soon. You got the second?
I mean, yeah, but I think they might have seen me. I don't know.
Even if they did, it's still worth at least trying to help.
All right, let's do this.
I ain't got much, so if anybody's got better stuff, then by all means help out. So I'll probably just take, like, I don't know, fucking Orgot to anywhere secluded where obviously no prying eyes are there. Obviously, maybe with the rest of the party if they want to come along with. And I mean, I only got a disguise kit, but I mean, hey, it helps or whatever. It's better than nothing.
Actually, I think I also have the spell, so I would just need someone to shield me so they don't see.
Perfect. If we got a big ass kobold, we can do that. But I mean, yeah. If that's the case, like anything you pretty much need, yeah, Rashid will help you out with. Whether you need disguise kit, just need shielding, you got it.
Just hide me while I turn myself into something else.
Easy enough. Yeah, I'll just pretty much again trying to
Nothing to see here.
like VIP shit. Hey, stop looking, stop looking.
Okay, so with all of that said, that concludes the encounter. The encounter was literally, quite literally, a Bloodsinger appears before the party and before Orgoth. A warning. I cannot say anything more than that. But you get the distinct feeling that this will not be the last time that you see a Bloodsinger. And if you are certain that they are aware that you are here, it's not going to take long for them to, it's not going to take them long to show up in the near future. With that said,
I'm hyped.
You all reach your destination. You manage upon a part of the neighborhood which has like a very small market square. Has a few people just kind of lingering late into the evening. It seems like most of the shops are beginning to close up, but the one that you are looking for in particular, the Firebolg, with a large engraved, not engraved, but I want to say embossed, large metal sign with a very distinctive symbol, flame, and anvil sits before you. And you can, and the door is not, as you approached, almost as soon as you saw the front of the shop, you had already seen two individuals step into the shop. So whoever it is that runs the extortion racket on Miagello's shop has already entered. And so my question for you is, what do you do?
We should probably walk in. Pretend we're patrons for the time being to see if they are actually still part of the Gold Merchants Guilds, figure out some information on them, and then talk with the client afterwards.
Excellent. Everybody in concurring of that, or anybody want to throw in their own spin?
Well-
Better blend in what I had, so.
Orgoth will mostly look like a 8 feet tall human, but he'll keep looking behind him a bit terrified.
Understood. And so, without further ado, you are going to enter the establishment. Allow me to bring up that map. And go ahead and activate it. Hopefully it activates for everyone. Let's see here. Let's just make sure I got the right music for this. Good times, save,
Good
sleuth
times.
night. Yeah, this one. And if you've seen the games I run, or if you played in the games I run, you know there's some very specific tokens I like to use to make for general thugs and general bandits, general enforcers, bouncers, stuff like that. You step in. You basically waltz right in, right? And
Pretty sure.
who's the first person that waltzes in?
She's got nothing to hide. Yeah, he'll probably fucking walk in first.
Who will? You will?
Orgoth will be last.
I believe Rashid said he's waltzing in first.
All right.
Yeah.
Rashid.
Infernal Heritage Oculi, of all things to walk in.
Let me give you an opportunity to roll a perception check as you do so.
You got it. Is this what sight?
This is, well, it's
Or general?
it's more you're hearing the last bit of conversation as you waltz in.
You got it. Perception, normal. 16.
16, easy. Because you just walk in, obviously this conversation is going to cut off. However, you do hear Mia, which you the Furbolg, which you presume is Mia, and two humans who seem to be leaning up against the counter and seem to be posturing all threateningly. And Mia basically says, "Look, I paid you this month's. I'm not going to pay you double. I'm not going to even have enough to pay the overhead on the shop." And the one in the center is like, "Look, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. This is just the business." And as soon as y'all enter, they both turn around, and one of them right away says, "Hey, the place is closed. Get lost."
Since Orgoth is still freaked out, he'll slam the door shut, lock it, run to the windows, and just look. Be on the lookout, pretty much.
I had
Go for it.
a different thing in mind, but yes, it is closed now. Sorry, we're finishing up some shopping. Just give us a little bit and we'll be out of your hair.
Yeah, just a quick second. Sorry.
The one in the center steps forward and he's like, "Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said the place is closed."
Oh no, I heard you. I just didn't really care. But, just going to shopping.
The question is, are they the owner of the establishment?
The one in the center looks over to Mia and says, and looks over to each of you and is actually going to do a bit of a we're going to do a bit of a quick insight on the party really quick here. Just, oh no, they're dumb. I was checking to see if he was going to be smart enough to be like, I guess we'll be on our way. But nope. He's not that, apparently he's not that smart.
I don't know why, I just love Gold Mercer Thug A and Thug Mercer B. I love that.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna give them. I ain't gonna give them names. They're just thugs.
It's just so small. I'm just so easily entertained. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Thug Mercer B sounds like one of those like old rapper names from like the mid 2000s.
All right. Well, so Cole Mercer Thug A, he cracks his knuckles. He looks like he looks for a human, he looks about to be the size of Orgoth. The one on the side seems to be, as they're twirling around daggers, seems to be very proficient with them. And as a matter of fact, manages to flick one of the daggers up in the air and it hovers for a little bit and comes back to his hand. So somebody who is a little bit proficient with stabbing, a little bit proficient with magic. The big guy steps forward and says, "Don't make me tell you a third time. This place is bought and paid for by the Gold Mercers. If you don't leave, trust me when I say, you're gonna be in a world of hurt."
A world of hurt. A world of hurt. Where have I heard that before? I hear it every once in a while. Everybody always says is that, oh, you're in a world of hurt. And each time those little snot-nosed motherfuckers decided it would be a good idea to call me out on that. And they say like, oh, just because I don't look that big. But the truth is that sometimes when it comes to the appearance, it's a little bit more fucking frightening. And I'm going to use words of terror on him.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Or is this gonna kick it off? All right. So, what is Words of Terror? Is that an attack?
No. What it is he needs to roll a wisdom save.
All right.
And if he doesn't, and if he fails, he is frightened for me. He's not frightened of me.
He's not frightened of you.
Damn, I wish I had inspiration. God damn.
No, I can't inspirate myself only when I use my ability.
Ah man.
He bellow laughs at you, and he is clearly standing over you. He's very statuesque, and he looks down on you and says, "Who are you supposed to be? Some kind of noble? Hey Reggie, look at the threads on this one. I bet ransom for you would make a pretty penny."
Well, yes, it would, but it also cost you your skin. See, I am somebody equated to that of power, something you probably don't even deal with. Once of which, my guess is you probably don't know, but most likely, if touching anybody closely related to them, would skin you alive in front of your parents and laughing gleefully all the way, as I would. Now, if you don't mind, I am trying to peruse the shop. You can leave if you want to, or not. Choice is yours.
As soon as you say choice is yours, you see them throw a punch directly into your face, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Damn, I had a line.
You actually don't just see them throw a punch into your face, you see their fists literally turn to stone. Both of their fists turn to stone. And he immediately throws this stone fist right into your noggin. And so we are going to just roll right into initiative here.
I had it line. Fuck me. Oh well, maybe next time.
I guess they're both called Gold Mercer Thug A. That's a mistake. Let me change this one to B.
Hey!
Yeah.
Roby said it's on site.
The funny part was, like, I'm sitting here going, I just want to use calm emotions and chill them out, but I'm like, what is the DM's definition of indifferent?
Oh, no, I could. I'm just gonna
one.
make it more fun. I was hoping to get Words of Terror on him,
Yeah, that was sick.
and it failed. Damn it.
That
Must have missed
one
my
makes
luck.
sense for Orgoth.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Just outside looking through the window like, god damn, it's getting pretty heated in there.
Hold on, I got my A's and B's switched apparently, so let's just call this one B, let's call the other one A. No, it's gonna mess up. Alright, so the one that's facing you is actually B.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. His name is Gold Mercer Thug B. That is his official name. The other's name is Reggie.
Parents named him. They knew he was gonna be a Gold Mercer thug.
Oh, damn.
All right. Makes sense. Makes sense for B. All right.
What?
All right, excellent. So in which case, everybody's rolled in. We have, what, 10 minutes? So let's see how far into the combat we get as we begin. And it shuts off my music. Well, that's great. I'm gonna hit start music again. Let's go.
All right.
Okay, so without much ado, this individual is going to take their fist and they are going to pummel it directly into your face
All right.
as their first attack. Oh,
That hits.
That's gonna hit. That is going to be 2d6
Holy
plus 2 is 14.
Holy
It hurts. It hurts. You almost get knocked down by his strike, and he's going to follow it up with a second one. $12 will probably
Miss.
not hit. All right, so that's going to be his turn right now. And then next person up is going to be Roby.
All right. So let me ask you this, Winbeer.
Yes.
How willing? So out of character, I was gonna do a warding bond on you,
Oh.
seeing that they're pummeling you. But Roby's warding bond is basically he's gonna come up behind you, and almost Iron Man style, some of his armor is gonna just like start forming around you.
I'll take it.
All right. So as my action, after I move a little bit, I'll move right behind Roby. Right behind Winbeer here, and you'll watch as like he kind of puts his arms like he's gonna, big spoon Winbeer just ever so slightly, and just his pieces of his armor kind of come off and begin to attach themselves haphazardly to Winbeer. Let me click that so it'll pop in here and use that spell as an action. Spell book. Bond. So that basically will give him a +1 to his AC and resistance to all damage And if I'm reading it correctly, I take half of whatever damage he would take.
For warding bonds.
Oh no, the same amount. Sorry, I take.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm taking half of his damage, so to speak, by taking it at the same. So his resistance.
Gotcha.
Sorry, it's confusing if I say it that way. If I read it how it's read, it makes more sense. So I would like to do that.
Yep.
And then, so the chick back there in the back is the one that we're basically protecting.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to basically don my shield and my newly given flail and begin to make my way that way. I'm not really sure. Do you want me to walk around this little armor?
Yeah, that's
weapon?
fine. That's fine.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Got to do some
25.
quick fixes here. Sorry about that.
Because basically he's going back there to be protective. And that's it.
All right. Excellent. So I'm going to presume, because I didn't really look that far into required materials for spells, I would presume that your extremities have, conductive material to do the warding bond, and I'm not going to really question it. That is a thing you can do. Let's see. Let's move forward. And you, that's the end of your turn. Winveer, your ears are ringing.
Mip. Okay then. As I pull out my rapier and decided to go for like a quick little slash. Come on, actually hit. On 18 hit.
18 does hit.
All right, and I'm gonna use one of my bardic inspirations to use psychic blades. If you're gonna do that to me, I'm doing that to you. So 7, 9.
7 and 9. That is going to
16
be
points of damage.
16 points of damage. That is successful. As you slash across his, as you take those blades and you slash across his body, you notice that as you do, while human he is, while there is some blood, you actually see more like chunks of rock and dirt are sliced off of him, as if he has like a there's something about him that's like partially stone. He doesn't look like a genasi. It's weird.
It's weird. And then second level healing word of myself.
Yep.
For 7. Okay. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
And is that gonna be your turn?
That's gonna be my turn.
All right. Rashid Al-Safar.
Alrighty. Rashid will begin to see this fight sort of taking off, and he's assuming this person's getting ready to get down and start punching people, so he's gonna act first. You'll see as Rashid will begin to almost cause a bit of sparks amongst one of the blades, and you'll see as it almost freezes over entirely, as he's gonna cast Searing Smite as a bonus action and then hit this guy as his main action. Use a sorcery point to change the weapon type from fire to cold, because he doesn't want to burn the whole fucking shop down. Let's not do that.
Gotcha.
All right. Action. She's blades. Ba-bam. Did that work? Attack. I said ba-bam. 17.
Bam. 17 will hit.
Let's roll some damage. That is 4 points of slashing damage, and then a d6 of goddamn. Oh yeah, this is what I missed. And then another 1 point of cold damage. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Does he have to make the saving throw now or later?
Now.
Is it now? You might be right. Searing Smite. Blah blah blah. At the start of each of his turns, no, you have to make it later. So basically, at the start of each of his turns, he'll have to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, he will take a D6 of fire damage until basically puts out or takes an action to basically put out the cold. Basically the ice.
Okay. Has to take a full action to do that?
You would have to take a full action, so either freeze or basically keep fighting me or take it out.
Gotcha. Interesting. Well, in which case, that's a total of 5 damage?
Yeah, just 5.
Okay. Thank you.
That is my turn at this point. Yeah, he's going to pretty much, for the most part, get over towards this area circling around. Actually, no, I can't do that. So he'll just sort of go a little bit over here, and then that's his turn.
Understood. How much damage does the does that do? It's a 1d6 each turn?
Yeah, just 1d6.
All right. So he is going to be up next. This thing stuck in him, it's a nuisance for sure. However, he knows absolutely that he is facing down people quite adjacent to him. Okay, super. He is going to move down here. He's not going to take it out, but he's going to use his pack tactics, and he is going to take out his vicious dagger, and he is going to stab you with this dagger 3 times.
You got it.
All for advantage. First attack is an 18.
A cast shield.
Cast shield against it.
Yep. So you'll see as basically a sort of serpent leg shield will begin to slowly form and almost wrap themselves around the legs of the blade before almost sort of causing him to miss for a brief moment.
Gotcha. He's gonna attempt another attack. 17 hit.
17 will miss.
17 will miss. Ooh. And then one last attack with the vicious dagger.
Thank God for shield.
Thank God for shield. He is going to use a bonus action to disengage, and he is going to get some distance away. He's actually going to start moving behind the counter.
I'll just basically, as he's moving over, I'll just say
2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's as far as he goes.
Here we go again. Where you going? We were just having fun. Now you got to bring her into it. Here we go.
Yeah, and she is like standing there realizing that a fight has broken out, and she's sort of like, she's not moving right now. She looks over and notices that the Goldmercer thug has moved in. Actually, I'm gonna roll her into the initiative. Nope, she goes last anyway, so okay, that's gonna be his turn. So, King, time to get off a strike, if you may.
You think you can get away with hurting him? I'm gonna take a step forward, and as I do, being angry, I'm gonna turn big.
Oh.
So you're gonna turn big?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
See this 3-foot tall kobold, nearly triple in size.
Boom. You're big, my friends. You literally knock over that whole thing of weapons as you expand in size.
Don't give what you can't take yourself. And I'm gonna attack him with my greatsword.
Forget you have advantage.
Yes, I do. Oh, this guy's gonna have a rough time.
Mary.
And the 1d6 because it's the first
Merry
hit.
and
Yeah.
Happy New Year. All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage. 22.
And
Well,
then
You forgot
do
the
I
extra
double
d6.
the d6 or is it still just 1d6?
So isn't it factoring it in already? Because you
That was just his regular hit. It was
This is
the,
my regular. This giant smite.
Smite is once each turn, one of your attacks with a weapon or on strike can deal extra 1d6 to a target on a hit.
I do believe that's to the damage total. Yeah, roll twice roll the d6 twice.
Oh boy.
28.
28. Boom. He's still up, but he is already battered. So, it's a contest of big person versus bigger person. He picked on somebody he thought he could bully. He turns around, somebody's a lot bigger. And he's getting roughed up.
You're still alive. Not bad. Not much longer though.
Reggie.
Hey, look at you. Look at you. You complained that there was 2 nobles or whatever in front of your face, but you haven't met the wrath of a king.
He is literally gonna say, he's literally gonna look up and he's gonna say, Reggie, forget about her. Let's get out of here. Now it's gonna be Orgoth's turn. Orgoth, you are staring out the window and a fight breaks out. What do you do?
Well, the fact that the guy shouted will irritate Orgoth and he'll go, "Buy it, you numbskull!" And he'll cast Mind Sliver, which is an intelligence saving throw of 14.
Oh.
This guy seems smart.
Oh,
Oh,
that's just his dump stat. It's okay. 14 is an okay roll for it. Does he?
Oh. Is that it?
So no damage then.
No damage.
Damn.
He's just smart enough to evade that.
Damn it. Well, that's it for my turn.
He graduated high school. He got there.
All right.
Got a GED.
So Reggie was about to run at Mia. Reggie stops for a moment to look over. Mia is going to grab just a hammer. And, I don't have any weapons on her. So, you know what? I'm just going to roll a normal D20 attack roll. And I'm going to have... she tries to swing a hammer at him. And it is not successful. And that's going to be all her turn is. All right, so... my question for all y'all is, it is 10:06 Eastern. It is absolutely okay if we want to end our session in the middle of an encounter. However, it depends upon how committed to the critical role are we. If we are, then we can end it right now and we can see where the rest of this battle goes. Or if we sorry, we can see how the rest of this battle goes in next session.
It's more so I have to get stuff done and then wake up early tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna make it like a 10 o'clock thing all the time, it's a good stopping point.
Okay. Okay. So we're in the middle of a battle. Cut to black. How do you believe, chat? What do you think is going to come of this battle? Is this all there is? Or are there more people that are going to approach at a later time? I've already revealed that. Why am I even asking that question? This is going to be a fun quest for all of us, but we won't be able to experience that yet tonight. We're going to wait for next week. So this was Matt, your chaotic and writer. I want to say thank you very much for tuning into this session of Tales of SEGLESIA. Nice place you got here. Happy New Year, everybody. This was LARP Strong Carter playing as Rovi.
Yes.
Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid.
The League of Rashid.
Gabe Grimoire playing as King.
Hey yo.
And Phoenix V playing as Orgoth.
Sacrifice.
And Dr. Squiggums playing as Winveer.
Thank you very much.
It has been a pleasure and a privilege, and I, Chaotic and Writer, will see y'all in the next episode where we pick up on the rest of the battle and everything that is to proceed after the bloodshed. Take care, everybody. Have a happy new year, and I will see y'all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
If only I could find my outro scene. Where's my outro scene? There it is.
Don't forget, Chad, if you want to be able to catch more Tales of Seglesia. Oh, never mind.
Catch more Tales of Seglesia every Thursday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Chaotic and Writer variety show. No, Chaotic and Writer Twitch stream. Also, while I'm sitting on the stream overseeing, please check out Project Aurora, of which this campaign is a part of. Link in the chat. Project Aurora is an immersive, expansive Dungeons and Dragons community with many campaigns all taking place within the same universe. Things that happen in my campaign may have effects on other campaigns. We have world events. We have characters that span across all sorts of different adventures. Please join at the Discord link provided, and I will see y'all in the next episode.
Don't forget to stay hydrated. That's a threat.